Welcome to another episode on the Unlearned Wisdom podcast with yours truly. Today, oh shoot, I have to do the intro. I always forget the intro. Where each episode is a gospel-centered lesson that you could apply to your life today. And we're doing episode 42 today, which is New Year's.
Yay.
New year, new me. New year, new you.
When this episode drops, what is it, like 2 days before the New Year's?
Yeah, 29th.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Did you ever get a New Year's kiss?
No. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
A New Year's
You
kiss?
didn't have that in prison?
Jump 'em. No, I never had a New Year's kiss.
So you said in prison that Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving and birthdays were no good, but what about New Year's? Because it's like 1 year closer to your getting out of there.
It depends, unless you're a lifer. But yeah, most of the time it depends, again, on the yard. Some of them have different cultures. Some inmates celebrate it. Some inmates don't, even in the prison system. So it just depends. But I didn't. Being Chinese, we didn't really celebrate. The only New Year's we celebrate is Chinese New Year, man. Okay, you get the Gong Hei Fa Choi, you get the what's it called?
Red envelope.
新年快乐, right? And the red envelope and the Lai Si for the Cantonese people and all that stuff. So yeah, we just celebrated that because we're narcissistic.
Why is Chinese New Year a different time? Like what?
Yeah,
what
it's called the Lunar New Year.
they're measuring it off of what though?
I don't even know. I'm not even Chinese. I'm Mexican.
Yeah, I trust them though because Chinese are superior at math. So I believe that their calendar is right and ours is backwards. Like, do you know that in Korea they count the time you're in the womb?
That's Chinese people too. So they have like a Chinese age and like American age.
Yeah,
so
so
I wouldn't be 36. I would be like 36 plus 9 months, basically.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Dang. So you come out basically one.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
That's like my apartment. The first floor is called one, even though it's what?
It just clicked in my head. Asians celebrate all the baby, or Koreans at least, the 100-day birthday. That's 3 months plus the 9 months. That's the first year technically for the baby.
Oh my God, you're a smart man, dude.
Wow.
You're
So
so smart.
a lot of Asians, they celebrate your 100 days when you're after you come out the womb, and it's like a very big party. And they put in front of the baby, it'll be like money, maybe
Right,
something
I've seen
sports
this.
related or
Yeah.
something else, or like maybe like a book or something, and
Right.
it sees what the baby crawls. I don't remember what I grabbed. I probably grabbed all three.
You don't remember your
And I
100-day
was right.
party?
What?
You don't remember your 100-day party?
Nah, I got too
What
drunk.
was the things again in the front?
I thought it was like money.
Money, calculator.
Yeah, and then like something like having to do with like physical.
I grabbed the gun. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't grab the gun. I grabbed the knife. I was the chef.
Oh.
Yes, chef.
What was the gun for?
Next question.
He's like, just kidding. I grabbed the dime bag.
Dime bag is crazy. The scale.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Do you guys like New Year's?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, for me, I'm sorry, it's just another day. Birthdays, just another day. Valentine's Day, just another day. Everything's just another day for me, man.
I agree.
Everyone trips about that stuff. Like, you didn't get me my present. I'm like, yo, honestly, it's just another day. Relax.
Yeah. Hey, but what if it means something to somebody else?
True.
How am I the Grinch, by the way?
You are the Grinch.
Yeah,
You are.
are you
Don't get
listening
that. You're
to
not
this guy?
wiggling out of this, but you're sitting here like, true, yeah.
Hey, but you listen
Right.
to this guy. This guy's the one that's like, I'm the one who just counter-argued. I'm like, what about if it makes someone feel special?
Well, obviously, but I was talking about me. I'm saying it doesn't make it. It's not special to me. I don't care. Respectfully, like people forget my birthday all the time. Oh my gosh, Johnny, I forgot your birthday. I'm like, it's okay. I'm still alive. You're still alive. We're cool. You know, like for me, it's just not a thing. However, if people want to give, that's amazing. And I'm salty because I'm not a good gift giver. It's crazy. I can think about other people on other levels, but when it comes to gifts, I'm like I literally freeze.
wow.
I'm like, I'm the type to get you boxers and socks, and you're a girl. Like, I'm so literally
Right.
like,
I mean, I'm just the type of guy to not get you anything, honestly. It's really
Yeah.
bad. If you get them anything, even if it's thoughtless, it's like, okay, at least it's a good gift.
that's not true because you gave Sleepy Wa so many gifts.
True.
Well, that's different
Why?
because Sleepy One and I pick up things for each other throughout the year, and we're just like, oh, that's what Sleeps would like, that's what Aaron would like, and then when we meet once a year, we exchange everything.
I would
But it's
like
like
cash.
if it had to be on a date, like her birthday or something, like I'll be honest, Sleeps, your birthday came and went this year, and I was like, crap, I need to get her a birthday gift. I was like, I ordered it after the fact. I'm the
Yeah.
guy who will
Oh,
get you
got
like
it.
a birthday gift like a week and a half late
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just like, who plans ahead like that? Like it's
Yeah.
just like I'm not
Facts,
that
though.
good. I'm not that good.
No, for sure.
You have to be very, very, very thoughtful and like remember things. My old boss was really good at gift giving, like crazy thoughtful. And what he would do in meetings is when he would leave, it would also be by speed. So he'd be in a meeting with someone and someone would be like, oh, like, you know, I really wanted to see like blah, blah, blah is my favorite artist. And he'd like figure out that favorite artist was in town and like get tickets dropped off that day or something crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
But because of it though, he would make crazy opportunities happen.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. That's heart gaining 101. For real.
Really? Like gift giving?
Yeah, that's
Thoughtful
smart.
gift giving?
Yeah, because it opens people's hearts. Like, hey, I thought about you. Wait, what? You thought about, I said that 7 months ago about this thing, and like you kept that in mind. It does. Okay, I understand people feel fuzzy inside about it.
Yeah.
So that does make sense. Even then, though, I still suck.
He also would make his assistant handwrite cards for every single like meeting that he had with somebody to deliver with the gift. And then on top of that, every Christmas he would figure out the list of everybody, make this huge list of everybody that we worked with, that we did something with, and send them like a gift. It was
Wow.
pretty wild.
That is crazy.
Yeah, every single Christmas.
Wow.
I tried to give a gift to Jeremy. He talked about saunas and stuff, so I started looking at saunas, and then all of a sudden Jeremy CC was like, "Well, saunas have microplastics and the glue," and I'm just like, you know what? Just F my life then. I mean, I tried. I literally tried to be thoughtful and thankful. I was like, I'll get you one. Cost like 6 G's. He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take my 6 G's and just cry. Literally.
I appreciate the thought though.
Yeah, I tried.
Hey, but what I'm gonna do is, you know how when sometimes a video pops up on your algorithm and you're like, serve it to their algorithm.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hope that this one sauna gets served to his algorithm. Yeah.
The perfect one.
Yeah.
Perfect one.
I learned so much about saunas once I wanted to get one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, I think that this is a time of reflection, and there's some really cool things that have happened at Core of the Heart. I have 10 major highlights that I would like to share with the audience.
Yeah, let's go. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and really like to start it all off is literally at this time last year, it was the three of us with Caleb, an agency we were just working with, and we walked into a prison with every last penny spent towards the documentary. It's $15,000 to shoot that documentary. Wow. And it was three of us. And today we now have 33 people, including ourselves, that work for Core of the Heart.
Wow.
Hallelujah. That's crazy.
Crazy. That was 1 year ago.
1 year. Holy moly.
Podcast
Wow.
wasn't even around that
Yep.
then.
Unlearned wisdom was not around.
Yep.
True. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so think about how fast this thing has grown in that amount of time. Think about how much that can change in a year. And honestly, I'm saying that for people in the audience, right, that are thinking, oh, like, you know, I feel like I'm behind in life, or all you got to do is start. And I think that it was, somebody put it in a really beautiful way. They're like, we always try to put things in human time. Like, oh my gosh, this is going to take so much time, whatever it is. But like, you can't calculate God time.
Yes.
Like the things that have happened in this year outside of our hard work has just been things that came out the blue out of nowhere. You know, people
Yeah.
that wanted to help us, events that happened, all of the above.
So true. You guys don't even know. God has been giving us alley-oops all day. It's so crazy. There's so just from everything that's happened, every intricate part, whether it's financially, whether it's connections, whether it's going to Sweden, God has literally like lined everything up for us to the point where it's undeniable that it's him. So yeah, when you grow with God, you basically sit back and just let him work. And it's crazy to be able to see in a year and some change
Yep.
how far we've actually progressed. And yeah, that's wild. That is
So
actually
highlight.
wild.
Should I go back? Well, highlight number one.
Yeah.
Our community grew 208%. Guess how many followers you have now?
Across the board,
Just off Johnny Chang Live. I didn't even include the podcast following.
2 million.
3.7 million.
Oh my.
3.7 million.
Wow.
That's not including the podcast.
Not including the podcast.
Not including the podcast.
Not including the podcast.
No, the numbers don't mean anything, guys. Stay humble. Literally, that's the comment that's gonna come out.
Yeah. I mean, it's just cool to see that the message that you preach has affected that many people where they want to follow and continue to listen, pay attention. That's pretty significant to me.
And this is why we have to move.
We've had to go through 700 sirens,
Yeah.
5,000 helicopters, and the screams of 627 zombies.
Yeah, but wow, that's actually wild, man. Sheesh. Okay.
So I also kind of think it in perspective of like, you know, starting a church, right? Starting a church is so hard. You hear the stories of where Good News started, and, you know, it starts with like 5 people in a house over time. And so it's kind of wild that because of the internet, you're able to build an audience of almost 4 million in a year.
Sheesh. That is crazy. In a year is wild. In a year is crazy. Holy moly.
Okay, the number 2 is we hit 395 million total views in 2025. That's averaging 32.9 million views per month, and about 1 million views per day, all organic.
Oh my gosh. So we reach a million views a day?
Every single day.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
No wonder people stop us at the airport.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Oh my Lord. Okay. Cool. I didn't know, guys, again, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know any of this stuff. Wow.
Yeah, it's cool to see the effort. That was, again, 3 people last year. So it's just been going like this, you know?
Wow, dude. Oh my Lord. Yeah. Praise God.
We created and released 515 short form videos. 515.
Just pumping the
what?
airwaves.
Yeah, 515 short form videos.
3 a day times 30.
Yeah, it should be more.
I don't think we ramped it up until like
Yeah,
We
it's
didn't
kind of
start-
been like a.
yeah.
It's not like a.
we
I
would
guess that's
post
true.
one
It
a
hasn't been
day,
linear.
and then we 3x'd it, right?
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's still a lot. That's
Yep.
still crazy as heck.
And we created and released 198 long form videos. So these are 5 minutes plus in length on YouTube.
Wow.
Yep. We bootstrapped our first prison documentary for $15,000 that did over 1 million views in 44 days, when our original goal was 500,000 views in 3 months.
Yeah.
So again, it's like these little things that happen, like just absolutely every time we have these expectations, like God will maximize it even bigger.
Supersede. Yeah. Hundo P.
That was number 5. Number 6, we launched a gospel-centered podcast 10 months ago that charted number 2 in 5 different countries in the spirituality and religion category. So that's pretty cool.
That's
Global.
fire.
Global. And then number 7 is we hit 1.9 million views in prisons across America through Pando.tv.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
This is the cool fact. With over 52,000 prisoners subscribed to our content, leading to 3,492 digital salvations. Yeah, so shout out God Behind Bars.
Let's go. Shout out God Behind Bars and
Yup.
Pando app. Let's go, man.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's kind of crazy. 1.9 million views in prison.
Yeah, in prison is wild.
Yeah.
And then to have 3,000 plus salvies is crazy.
Yep.
It's like, and 500,000 subscribers. What was it?
We have
50,000?
52,000 subscribers.
Wow.
That means 52,000 people are waiting for our content every single time it drops.
Yep. Well, it's not one for one because they have to share their tablets.
True. So the
So there could be
tablets,
more.
It could be more.
Yep.
Yeah.
They watch it together or whatever it is. But what's cool is they said something like there's 700,000 tablets. So if we just want to do that math, if we got 1.9 million views, it's like we've at least every prisoner's watched us twice or something like that. If it was that one for one.
True.
Super cool. We had over 20,000. I think we had more attendees. I didn't do the math right on this. We had over 20,000, maybe 30,000 attendees across 12 events in 7 different states.
Wow.
So it was like New Orleans, Whittier, New York,
South by Southwest.
South by Southwest, El Paso, Orlando, Miami.
You're missing a big one. You know what was this year in February? First week of February?
Yes, Arizona.
Arizona.
Yep.
Isn't that
Shout out
crazy?
Texas.
We went
It
to
is.
Arizona twice this year.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, so yeah, we've been. I didn't know it was 12. That's one a month.
12 is basically, yeah, equates to one a month.
Yeah, we've been schmoving, and it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be more next year since we're gonna do like weekends, like multiple cities in a weekend now. And then Mr. Johnny Chang live streamed over 343 hours. Wow. That's close to an hour a day. The consistency is crazy, and you did at least 168 individual sessions. I know that number is low because you do main stages like 3 or 4 times a week. Like, it's wild. So I think more than half the year you've been on live.
Yeah. Live on live, guys.
Yeah.
You know. GospelBot is officially live. I made an AI chatbot built from everything I've ever taught, every live stream, sermon, main stage message, Q&A, and daily devotion, all trained to give gospel-centered answers aligned with my teachings. For years, you all have asked for 2 things. Number 1, how can I absorb the Bible faster and actually live it? Number 2, how can I get more direct access to me? This is that tool. Think of it as having me and the word in your pocket 24/7. You can go deep, like, why does God allow evil to exist? Why did Jesus turn water into wine? Can Christians get tattoos? How do I preach to my atheist girlfriend? Not only will GospelBot reply with the perfect answer, but it will also send you the original videos where I originally talked about your question. We spent over 6 months building this gospel-focused guide so that when life hits, you can get my gospel-centered advice instantly. GospelBot is free to try for everyone right now. Try it right now with the Core of the Heart account. Or if you want more messages, start a 7-day free trial at tier 2 or tier 3 and dive all the way in. My mission has always been simple: to equip you with the tools I wish I had when I was trying to learn spiritual life. Now you've got one of the most powerful tools ever made right at your fingertips. Go try it, ask it something real, and watch how your spiritual life can improve. Check the link in the description for sign-up instructions.
And then we shared the gospel inside 3 different prisons in 3 counties, which is very cool too.
Wow.
We did a lot this year,
Yeah.
but it's not enough.
True. Keep it going. Drop in the bucket. Stay humble.
No, I was just joking. It's a lot.
No.
It's never enough.
Not
never
to
enough?
me.
Your insatiable quench for
My insatiable,
insatiable.
yeah, unquenchable. You combine insatiable and unquenchable. Inquenchable. Well, so what do you guys think?
I think that's wild. I think when you're just moving and schmoving, you don't take time, as you had mentioned. Reflection is a very important thing. When you don't reflect, you get caught up in busyness. And then in the busyness, you can miss so many things. You know what? I think the enemy honestly tries really hard too to like keep us so busy that we don't appreciate the W's. And so I was able to kind of just hearing that is very mind blowing. Is to go, what? We did that much in a year and some change is crazy, genuinely crazy. So I'm just very thankful to sit back and do all of that and reflect on all of those things. Because especially in our church, you guys know, like, we don't really count like those types of things. We just keep preaching the gospel to the ends of the earth. And I realize it's the same as B.B. King. He's a great saxophonist.
The
right?
jazz player.
Yeah. He literally said, when people asked him in an interview, I remember seeing this, they were like, wow, how did you get so amazing? He's like, I just kept playing and I never thought I was that good. Like, legit, that's what we're doing. We're just hot air ballooning everybody. Like, I'm going to just keep preaching the gospel and then, like, that's it, you know? So to be able to see that, I guess, in numbers, like breaking things down, it brings it kind of to the forefront, makes me very thankful. And yeah, I appreciate all of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, we've launched like 40 different channels. Like if you count Instagram, TikTok, YouTube,
Twitch.
Facebook, whatever, and then you take that to the podcast, and then you take that with Spanish.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
So crazy.
Spanish
How
is
many
crazy.
channels is it? 60 something? Or what was
At
it?
this point, it's like 60. With all the ones that you're creating too, it's like 60 something.
And then they're basically posting every day, almost all.
Almost all of them.
So it's so crazy. I saw a post. It was like someone's like, post once a day, post 2 or 3 times a day. It's like, what if you posted 10 times a day? What if you posted 30 times a
Yeah.
day? And I'm like, we do that every day, twice.
And that doesn't count. And
Literally.
that doesn't count the clips channels. That
Right,
Dude,
right.
we have
class.
Clippies, yeah.
Yeah.
So just like posting 60 times every single day is insane. That's
You know what they,
insane.
you know what
Yeah.
they don't tell you about that tip? Make new channels. That's for another conversation.
Yeah.
But that's.
Wow.
But either
Yo,
way, I'm like, we did so. No wonder.
Yeah.
No wonder we're tired.
Yeah. Congrats to all of us.
Good job.
Seriously,
Good
guys.
job. Good job. And like
Yeah.
honestly, I be seeing it happening in real time, and we retroactively talk about this stuff a lot to where it's like it's not super surprising because I've heard a lot of this before, and it's just like we work really really hard, and I expect it. But there's a few things that really really shocked me, surprised me this year, genuinely surprised me. The documentary shooting past a million.
That was nutty.
I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, that was wild.
That one genuinely, I was like, whoa, because
Yeah.
like we put grueling hours into that. Like you put just the time in the prison.
Yeah.
It was just really, really an insane experience, and kind of really, to be honest, fell apart in production. Like
It did.
It was-
They don't even know behind the scenes
Yeah,
what
yeah.
happened. What Aaron had
You're
to
looking
do
at
stuff,
editor one,
Jeremy-
editor two.
Literally. They, cameraman one, cameraman two on top of that.
Yo.
But mind you, I don't know if you guys remember, but we were literally running like 2-3 hours of sleep.
Yep.
Literally the whole time.
Almost killed us on the second day on the drive back.
Legit, he was driving. Jeremy was.
And then even your third day in Houston, that's what I'm saying. Like you put in the most insane hours that
Oh
weekend.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was just ridiculous to see. But then, yeah, it totally fell apart. Like, that's why Jeremy keeps emphasizing it was crazy that it was us three guys, because back then it was us three guys. Like,
We had no systems and processes. We just didn't know. Like,
Literally, we didn't have a storyline. We just said we're gonna go in, God's gonna work, and then what happens? And then God's like, "Yep, boom, a milli, and counting." You know, it's like, dang, it's wild, bro. It's just
Crazy.
wild.
we've never even brought cameras into a prison. It's
Yep.
like
Yeah.
that was something that kind of fell into our lap. Shout
Yep.
out Twan and shout out like Albert
Yep.
and Sean. But it's just like
Yes.
they were like, "Will you guys come with cameras?" And we're like, "Sure, let's
Yeah.
try it out." And then
And we bootstrapped everything. We paid for our own flights. We paid for pretty much everything. You know?
and the donation from Twan.
We
which
did
is
get a
amazing.
donate, right? It was like, you know, but he helped out too. But man, we were like, majority of it, we forked everything.
Yep.
And it was just, and it was off like sleep deprivation, everything all together to then create this masterpiece that a lot of you guys don't know. We really put in a lot of work here. And it's like, Jeremy has said it many times, like I cracked the whip in a lot of ways, you know, and Jeremy also the same. So we're just like, we're locked in, and you guys are able to like kind of hear it, but just to be able to live it, it's wild.
I think that they see 5% of it, truly.
Yeah.
Because what also people don't remember or what don't realize is while we're shooting the documentary, while we're going through post-production, we're still putting out, leveling up the clips, whatever it is. And then on the side, we
Meetings,
were
yeah.
still physically building this podcast for it to launch the next month. Like we did so much. There was always like 3-4 major projects that we were putting efforts into. And it's
Yeah.
still that right now. It's probably more major projects right now.
I think it's beautiful that God hasn't allowed any of us to burn out.
for sure.
Yeah.
What's really cool, Jeremy's been through burnout, Aaron, me, we've all been through it, but the fact that we're like the freaking three like wise men, right? We just keep going, like we don't stop. That is kind of crazy, guys. You need a team like that. You can't do it alone. It genuinely takes a village. It's biblical, but you could have two members on the team, and if one burns out, like it just now you got to carry their load. So it's so much. So I appreciate you guys for not burning out, for setting up systems and process. We went through a lot. Again, like you said, 5%, you guys don't know the 95% where we have to sit there. We have to break our hearts. We have to bend. Everyone here is bending. Everyone here is like, yo, we got to work together as a team. We all have to put our prides aside constantly. It's not even like it's almost an everyday thing. And yet the masterpiece that comes out of it, out of humility, out of bending, out of all of that, is these prison documentaries, is this podcast that you guys so like anxiously wait every single Monday for, right? It's just amazing. It's honestly amazing.
That's on top of weekly Bible class, the mentorship, all the hours you put in. And also, dude, we built a AI chatbot.
Oh my
We're building an app. Like it's just crazy. Like, and we're only like, I would say we're a year and a half into this. So
Yeah.
I'm really, next year, I'm super excited for it.
Yeah,
Next
yeah,
year
yeah,
feels like we now have a core team. We have a lot of direction. The app is going to be game changing for these people. We now know what people want based on why they come to you.
Yeah.
I have a fire mission statement that I came up with but I'm gonna
Sig.
present it another day
Sig.
on Thursday. But I'm like, we really have a clear direction
Yeah.
of how we're gonna build all the best tools and resources to help you guys with your daily spiritual walk.
Did you
what
guys
it
ever
is.
think that you'd be doing this?
No.
No.
Me?
Crazy.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, huh?
No, but it's crazy looking back, and it's crazy that like just the amount of stuff that we put out. If it looks easy,
Yeah.
that's how you know how hard it was.
Gee,
Like,
that's a bar.
If none of y'all can tell the chaos behind the scenes that it takes to put out 3 pieces of content a day and travel all these 12 different
A
countries,
podcast every week.
if it looked easy, know how difficult it was. Because when it looks difficult, they're probably haven't learned the road, or they're struggling, or whatever it is. Like
Yeah.
the fact that it looked this easy, know how hard it was. If you guys didn't notice the chaos, like for example, the documentary that we shot in December was supposed to come out mid-January, then mid-February, then mid-March.
Yeah.
Now we're here at the middle of March at South by Southwest, kind of debuting it for the first time, and it's like that took months of back and forth and chaos and shipping hard drives and editors taking trips to Dubai, and just like
Yeah.
it was just craziness.
Leaving us on red.
And like
Yeah.
honestly, that just kind of that sentiment mirrors like every project. Like not that we're chaotic, but things will go wrong.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no matter what, when you set out to do crazy, incredible things, like things will go wrong.
Also, we didn't have money for certain things.
Right.
It's like we had to make it work for X amount of dollars.
And we have a lot of experience in the 3 things that we've done, but all 3 of us have done things for the first time now this year.
Yeah.
Bruh, seriously.
A lot of times,
Well put.
honestly. It's a lot of figuring out. And it's just like when you have 3 people putting in genuinely like 100-hour weeks all towards the same mission, which is furthering the kingdom. It's like
Yeah.
greatness can happen. It's,
And that's on top of all the ridicule, people watching us under unsolicited
True.
opinions, just our friends looking at us like, wait, what? You're doing this? Like, why? Right? And it's like, it's so cool to be able to overcome all of that together. My day ones, guys. My day
Okay,
ones.
so now the comment number 1 that I'd like you guys to write in the comments, like reflect on your year and write something that you're incredibly impressed with yourself that you were able to accomplish.
Facts.
Yeah, because even just here sitting that, you're like, did you ever think you were gonna do this? And I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And so when I think about it, it's like, I think about like, it's kind of weird that everything I did before was like skill sets and mistakes or lessons that I learned, so that when I applied it to this, it went that much better. Like I grew a podcast beforehand. I was behind the camera myself, and I had to manage a team, and I burned out and all of that. So then this time came around, it was like, I'm going to make sure I don't do the same things. You know, so my perspective was completely different of how I worked with people, or, you know, the standards that like we set for ourselves. Like had I not known, I probably would have just been doing the same things all over again. So I think that this time around, the reason why personally for me that I don't have burnout is because I made those painful mistakes before, and I'm doing everything to not do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just as a leader too of everything, I see a lot of you guys listening too. I think receptive skills has become a really good thing in both of you guys. So that also helped a lot, because you could have the brain, but then if you have like even the systems and processes, but you guys don't listen, we can't execute. It's literally gonna be this tit for tat, like prove it to me, make it make sense, and then we'll do it. It's really more of like, okay, you said it today in the call, right? Aaron was like, that's how it's been. I've just allowed you guys to be like, all right, we're gonna do it by faith, and let's just see how it goes. And so it was a really beautiful thing for people to do that. Genuinely, guys, the Bible teaches that. Like, you may not know, but if you just have faith and you follow, like I don't know anything about marketing. I follow the 2 people who know about marketing, and this is where we're at now. Imagine fighting tooth and nail. You've experienced that, where it's like every little thing, prove it to me, make it make sense, and then I'll move forward. If we did that, we would not, number one, like we would suffer, but most importantly, you guys would suffer. You guys would suffer because you wouldn't be able to get the content. We would go different directions with the documentary, et cetera, et cetera. Teams would break, systems would break, all kinds of things. So, I mean, just the obedience aspect comes from surrendering and receptive skills. So I appreciate you guys for also trusting me as well. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Worked out.
it did.
I think God held on to it in a lot of ways.
100%.
Yeah.
Hundo P.
do you guys want to hear the other things that really surprised me this
Yes.
year?
I can't believe
Yeah.
that's spurred off the documentary.
That was just the documentary, but there's a few other things that genuinely surprised me this year that I was not expecting. The other thing was the turnout at the El Paso event. What the
5,500.
heck was
Yeah.
that? what the heck was that? We were like, okay, El Paso is low-key a sleeper city. Because
Yeah.
it's like,
100%.
when you think of Texas, you think of Dallas, Austin, Houston, San Antonio. You don't really, El Paso, you don't really think of it first. So we went, we weren't really expecting a ton. The UTEP event was full. There was 100 kids that didn't get in. The next day at Abundant, 5,000 people. Like when we walked out to do the line video, at every event, we walk out. Johnny says hi to everyone who's been waiting. When we walked out and the line just kept going, kept going. I was like, oh my gosh. And then we turned the corner and it was just a mob of genuinely 1,000 people standing there. And I was like, oh my God. That was really, really crazy.
Dude, what was crazy was like, even then I was like, their church is huge. I was like, oh, this will like fill up, you know, the chairs or whatever, and there should be space. And then they started letting the people in, and it was chaos. There were people on the radios like, get every extra chair in the building. Like they had to fill up all the spaces.
All 3 of the overflows were filled.
Yep.
It's just
which
side
they said
rooms.
has never happened, right?
And they said like every month it's maybe 1,000 people who show up, maybe 1,200, 1,500.
Yeah.
That was 5,500 like slammed out to the brim. When I saw that huge room, like semicircle stadium of a room, and then they had to bring in more chairs into that room. I was like, what? That was absolutely bonkers and unexpected.
I think what shocked me was when Pastor Cruz was like potential. So what he said was what we saw today when we're in the back room, we're having our pastoral meetings. He was like potential. And that means like, it's not that El Paso only has 1,600 people to come to the culture night, but like the fact that it got packed out was like, there are souls who were, you know, so it was like, wow, like there is potential if preaching the right gospel and everything. Guys, if you stay aligned, right, with the gospel, this is like the fruits of it, essentially, right? So we're living proof of it, all of us. And if you don't know the gospel, you just follow someone who does. That's also story of my life. Literally a testament of my life is I don't know anything. I just follow Pastor Kim, and this is what comes out of it all. So it's really cool. That surprised me too.
Did you ever think that your preaching career would have gotten to this point? Because you've been doing it for 10 years now, right?
Yeah.
And so this is your 10th year?
I never thought that it would. I genuinely thought that I was just going to be a prison minister. Like I knew I had a cool testimony because many people would tell me that, but I didn't think I would take it online. I didn't think I would be successful at that because, again, I didn't know how to do anything. Everything that I did, I would pour my heart into it. Yes, I built my own website. Yes, I, was editing my own things off of YouTube University, right? But like, I didn't think that I would get like this.
When the Soft White Underbelly interview happened and then you started getting more audience, did you think, oh, this is going to get bigger? Or were you like, oh, this is really cool? Or what were your thoughts?
I just thought, oh, this is cool. I cried because I was like, wow, there's a lot of people in the comments who really like it. Did I think I was going to get a platform, start and have a freaking whole media company and like have 30 employees under me? No, right? Obviously, I was like, oh, this is amazing. Thank you, God. Glory to God. My mindset was always, which I think Pastor Kim kind of trained that and almost indoctrinated into me, is like, it's all about the gospel. So for me, I was more happy that it was all about the gospel. I was like, yo, the comments, because I've seen on that secular platform, shout out Mark, but it's secular, right? There was like people bashing, oh, this girl's a whatever, this guy's a drug addict, man, that's horrible. On ours, and this is what Mark has said himself, he goes, Johnny, your episode has hands down the most positive comments ever. Like everyone could relate to this.
Wow.
People were like, I don't know about the Christian part, but the forgiveness part and the emptiness he's talking about, we all relate to that. And so it was just a crazy thing. Now, I thought it was going to be a banger because I saw Mark cry. And Mark, in the beginning, if he's behind the camera, he'll attest to this. He was just kind of like side tilting me. Like when I started talking about Jesus, he's just like, what the heck, dude? Why? But when I dropped the bomb about, God, right? About my dad and the forgiveness and reconciliation, he literally was like bawling behind the camera. And I was like, whoa. And I've seen that happen with prisoners. I've seen that happen with people who didn't have good, relationships. But when he said, your story made me think how thankful I am for my parents. So I thought initially that Mark was, didn't have a good relationship with his mother and father. Why would he be crying? He had a great relationship. But through my story, even though he had a great relationship, he was able to be like, wow, it just made me that much more thankful for my parents that they didn't do me dirty like that, you know? So right then I kind of noticed, just like through wisdom and through the spirit, like this is something that everyone's going to relate to. I knew that, but I think it was going to scale? No way. Did I think it would open some doors and opportunities? Sure, maybe, but not to get 3.7 million followers, to bring two of the best marketers, to bring people who are literally submitted to us, to open doors, to then get stopped at airports, and pretty much everywhere we go, we get recognized at least by 1, 2, 3 people. I didn't think that would ever actually happen. And to be honest, I'm still getting used to that. I'm still getting used to like being stopped. I'm still getting used to like inviting people to our events. And Jeremy's always like, did you forget to tell him something? I'm like, oh yeah, my bad. Oh, we have an event in Miami. And they're like, really? And they don't know, right? So yeah, I don't think never have I ever thought. I thought I was going to preach the gospel and be a prison minister till I died. And honest to God, I was happy with that. And I'm still happy with that. I'm cool with that. This is just extra. So again, with God, like a testament to God just always doing more than what you think it never is what you think it's gonna be.
Never.
Never. Never, man. Yeah, that's crazy.
Do you still get surprised by the amount of people who recognize you, like genuinely?
Yeah.
Like, cause, you were talking about in the main stage. It's so funny because we could be like, for your birthday, we went out fishing, and we could be literally in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Gosh, that
we
was
could
wild.
be miles away from shore, and we pull up to get gas from the dock at a gas dock, and the gas attendant, I go in to pay, and he's like, "Is that Johnny Chang
It was
out there?"
through the boat window.
Yeah,
It was like this
a
big.
little porthole.
Yeah, we're like sitting
In
in
the
it.
middle of the Pacific Ocean. It's like, is that Johnny Chang? I'm like, yeah, you should go say hi. It's like, just it can't take you nowhere.
Yeah, can't take bruh nowhere.
Nowhere.
Okay, be honest. Is there anything that you hate about just kind of like where, or is there anything that's very difficult about where it's gotten to? Hate is a strong word.
The difficulty, I would say, is the two things. I think the unsolicited opinion things, right?
Like all the people making YouTube videos or
Yeah, it's just
like review videos.
yeah. I guess not just that, but the fact that you could talk about me, but the fact that people won't research, they'll just take that at face value and be like, this is what he's talking about. You don't know how many times I'll be on live and people will mention that. Almost every live, there's one who goes, man, you know what? I saw those videos about you and I'm so glad I didn't listen to it. Because I genuinely thought like you were like that. And then you're just passionate. You're not like trying to be whatever. And you just stick to the gospel, right? There's that. So the second thing I think is idol worship. There's this thing where I give people a lot of unlocks. And because we're parasocial and I let them look into my life so much, right? No holds barred, right? They then feel as though they know me. And so when they meet me, there's this energy of like, I support you and you didn't even acknowledge me. Me out of 3.7 million people, so I don't like you. And this happened even in Miami, in Orlando, where people would just come up to me and they'll be like, can I pray over you? And we're literally getting kicked out. Do you guys remember? By the park rangers. We're sweating, it's hot. They're gonna find us. They're hot, they're pissed. We're like, hey guys, let's move over, because we could have easily shut it down in our free event. And people are like, brother, let me pray for you. Jeremy's literally on the mic screaming, no questions, guys. We gotta move. They're literally kicking us out. We need to go. No pictures. If we go over there, new location, you can ask your questions there. People just don't care. And the fact that I was like, hey guys, no, I can't have you pray over me. The Rangers are here. They're gonna like start ticketing us and escorting us out, and I don't want that. And they're just like, they're pissed. There was a guy who literally was like, yo, I hope you don't let the fame get to your head, and walked off with this girl. And I was like, brother, we're getting kicked out at a free event, right? And I even said that. You know what they said? Well, you guys should have got the permits. And I'm just like, when is it your fault? Right. When is it that you're inconsiderate? Respectfully, right? And so those things are very difficult, where I just have to suck it up and be like, all right, well, I'm sorry I disappointed you. And they'll walk off. Another person too. You know, just challenging. Hey, man, like, I got dreams and visions from God, and it said that I blasphemed. And I was like, brother, we're walking through the tunnel, and I'm still trying to like catch up to everybody and figure out where we're going. And he's like, I had this dream and it keeps telling me that I blaspheme God and I'm not going to heaven. And I tell him straight up scripture, Jeremiah 29, 8-9, number 1, not from God. Those dreams specifically, not from God. Don't listen to him. Yeah, but brother, I have blasphemed. And basically what he wanted me to tell him was, yeah, you're going to go to hell then. I'm giving you scripture not to listen to it. Brother's like, but I am going to listen to it. And I did do those things. This is conviction. Okay, then be convicted all the way to hell. That's not conviction, that's condemnation, right? So these little things where it's like, I know you and I've seen you and I know that you can unlock stuff. But when I unlock it, it's kind of like, no, I don't want that. You didn't unlock it the way I wanted to. You didn't make me feel good the way I want to feel good. There's this kind of energy of like, I want you to lead me the way I want you to lead me. I want guidance, but only if it placates to my feelings and my emotions and my perspective. And if not, then you're a piece of garbage human being, right? And it's like, there's no winning or lose. There's no winning here. It's all losing. Hey, I'll take time. Yeah, whatever. If I say, hey, man, like the fact that you're even able to ask me a question, oh, you're getting big-headed. Like I should be able to ask you. There's no like bending on other people's side. It's like you have to bend, Johnny. Yeah. You're a minister. You're a leader, so that's what you have to do. And they don't know. Right, but that's the difficulty here, right? Because not everyone's like that. There's only,
It's also no other profession. Like if you go to a personal trainer and you were being like, hey, extend my training session an extra 15 minutes. Like nobody does that. It's like, oh, you got the hour and I understand. And then I move on and I do what you say.
You catch your personal trainer in the parking lot. It's like, wait, can you just stretch me out one more time?
Yeah. So and the other thing is that's people that meet you for the first time. I've also seen it where we will be very nice to people in terms of bringing them out, taking them out for food or whatever. And then they see one thing, having no context of what's happening in the situation, and then judge you for that.
Yeah.
So I agree. I think that's probably one of the most annoying things of like, we could give the shirts off our backs and it's just never enough. But at the same time, I'm a little more cold-hearted than you. I don't care about them.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're not going to appreciate it, like what more could we do? It's free events. It's, we're just doing our best.
Yeah. Hundo P.
And I think that you do a lot more than, I've been around artists or whatever it is. It's like you stay after a 1,500 person event and take a photo with every single person. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
we did that in Orlando. Right. So much so that one of the people were like, you're going to stay here. And we're like, I literally had to go, we paid for it. We paid for this so we could stay here. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't say nothing. Bro was just like, he was like filming me like, are you serious? Looking at his time. He's like, man, this guy's been here for an hour and 30 minutes just taking pictures, hugging on people, et cetera. And he's like, when are you guys going to go home? But it's like, people flew in. Yep. Like, even in Miami, there were people that came from Quebec, Canada.
Yeah,
crazy.
There were people that came from Venezuela. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
And so imagine if I'm just like, oh, I got to go, guys. Sorry. Because bro wants to go home and watch his Netflix. Like, what? Like, we have to genuinely love on people. That's what we're called to do, guys. So, yeah. We're hiring, guys. Core of the Heart is hiring, but listen carefully.
We're not just building a company, we're building one of the fastest growing Christian communities in the world. In just a year and a half, this community has grown to over 3 million strong, and we're nowhere near done.
Our mission is simple but massive: to build the best tools and resources to help anyone in the world get closer to God.
Our first immediate goal is to get 100 million people into heaven. So when we say we're hiring, understand this. We're not looking for employees. We're looking for mission-driven A players that want to change the world.
Our criteria is simple. Don't show us what you could do. Show us what you've already mastered. Like if you want to be the short form editor, show me the millions of views you've gotten on short form. If you want to be the podcast producer, show me the shows that you've successfully produced. We've learned the hard way not to hire off potential. We just want to hire off of pure experience. People who have already proven that they can perform at their skill set at the highest level.
We have jobs available in many different departments: media and content, live events, and marketing. We also have remote jobs and LA-based jobs available. If you're an A player that has mastered their craft and wants to do something that glorifies God, then please head to the link in our description and check out the job board.
And lastly, if you're an absolute beast at something and you don't see it on the job board, please reach out. I mean, you might be able to do it for us. It might work out. So if you're amazing at something, you don't see the perfect job description, just reach out. Tell us what you're good at. Maybe it'll work.
Genuinely, I can't do this without a team. So I'm very thankful for anyone who supports the mission. I look forward to hearing from you guys.
What was the last thing? What else has impressed you?
Well, I have a few more things that really shocked me.
Okay, we'll go fast. We'll go fast.
I'll go really fast, but one, this podcast super shocked me, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I knew it would be, moderately successful or whatever, but we shot up in views fast. Like,
Yeah.
the OG episodes have hundreds of thousands of views. The episode with your brother and your mom have hundreds of thousands of views, over 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, true.
Just like that, usually, we started this in January 15, February-ish.
No, it was March.
When did we post
10 months
the
ago.
first? We were I have pictures of us building this in
Yeah,
January,
but the first episode got posted in March.
which is just crazy. Like that genuinely shocked me. To me, I thought it would take a little bit longer.
Wow.
I don't know about you guys, and I know that you've had a podcast before, but
I already be knowing.
you already be knowing.
Nah, I knew it was gonna go.
And then the last thing that really shocked me. Yeah, you did. But this hard though.
Not this hard. I think that definitely I was like, we would be somewhere around this. I knew it would do well. And I just knew it was a different medium. There's a live stream audience and there's people that love podcasts. They love to turn on, because I'm that person. So I was like, him in that medium, that's like his strong suit. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of live streaming, it's hard to catch him. I don't have time to sit for 2 hours. It's not a structured lesson all the time. Whereas if you think about it, everybody, how'd you discover Johnny? George Shanko, De La Fey, his Soft White Underbelly interview, Under the Influence. It's always podcasts. So I was just like,
Right.
it's like people like that.
True,
You got to
true.
go on more podcasts in 2026.
Definitely.
It's time. Johnny Chang going back on another podcast tour.
Okay.
Yep.
If anyone wants Johnny on their podcast, not any podcast, but if you guys want Johnny back on your podcast, please DM him again.
Yeah.
And then the last thing that really shocked me this year was the Clippers getting millions and millions, almost 10 million of views with the
true.
Clippers. It's just insane. I've seen these pages shoot up overnight. Israel got over 40,000 followers in a month. A few people like Natalie, Victoria got almost 100,000 followers in a few months. It's just insane to see how fast people can start a clipping page from scratch, take your hours of long form content, turn it into a short form video, and just get millions of views over and over and over again. Even rinsing and repeating the same clips, like it's
Yeah.
just insane to see how fast these pages are blowing up. And they're making money too. Like people, there's like a genuine clip economy now for Johnny Chang clips. So it's just insane to see.
If I wanted to start a clipping page, how would I start?
Join the Discord. Join the Discord.
Okay, where is the Discord link?
In the bio description of this
And then wait,
episode.
don't you have like a where you could watch all the
Yes,
past
and then join
courses?
clipping class category in the Discord. Check it out every
Top-
Wednesday,
It's taught by Professor Vale.
5 p.m. PST. But yeah, it's
Professor
just
AG.
insane.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to see.
Facts.
Do we want to talk about Orlando and Miami real quick?
Sure.
It just happened. I'm still sleepy.
Yeah.
My God. Dude, I started that trip. I got off the plane and I was sick. I was just battling a sickness the whole time. I threw up my
Yeah.
back before. That trip was hard for me.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but
Good job, though.
overall, it was like so many issues with not being able to get a church location until the week before. In Miami, we couldn't get a church location at all. And that's because of a lot of churches have their Christmas services and things like that. But we've been planning this thing we were doing outreach 3 months before.
Yeah, months.
3 months before. But regardless, Aaron went hard. Aaron probably had to do 10,000 individual tasks to make
He
this.
handled it
pull
well,
this off.
too.
The event was pure chaos.
Yeah.
Both events, pure chaos. Again, if you guys went to the Orlando and Miami events and they seemed like it was great, smooth sailing, then just know how insanely impossible it was.
Right.
Yeah.
It was complete chaos. But I thought your sermon in Orlando, God
Banger.
forbid, potentially the best ever that I've ever heard.
What?
It was insane.
Yeah.
You went for pretty much like an hour
Yeah.
almost. You were definitely speaking directly to some people. And it was just, I think it caused you to pull a lot of references and context because there happened to be a lot of ex-inmates behind you. I think you weaved a lot of your testimony in. And I just think that whoever was actually there in Orlando was fortunate enough to hear what was, in my opinion, like one of your best sermons of all time.
Wow.
I just thought it was just insane. It was also hilarious. Everyone was dying laughing. But I don't know what you think about it, but I just think it was like next level.
I think I
bars.
was flow state.
Literally.
Just straight up flowing. And I don't even know what I was saying, to be honest. But I was thankful because all the inmates behind me, I was really trying to gain their hearts more than anything. And then I realized that when they came up to me to take a picture, 90% of them knew me through Pando already.
Wow.
So I was like,
Crazy.
dude, this is crazy. Again, shout out God Behind Bars for the opportunity to be able to preach the gospel in the prisons to the disenfranchised, etc. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the thing that's really amazing, or for Florida people, we will come back next year and we're going to do it proper. We have a lot more church contacts that want to work with us.
We have government contacts too.
Oh, yeah,
People who do
true.
the permits, the people who work for the building and ordinances.
Yeah, so
True.
we're going to run it back. But one thing I really loved was, Eric, the guy who helped us pull this church together, the idea of the donation thing.
That's right. The
was
food
good.
drive was super,
Yeah, he gave
super
us hella
amazing.
alpha
It was
for that.
hundreds and hundreds of pounds of donated stuff.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna help people. Again, as we say, when you guys donate those things, it helps the less fortunate, it helps those in need. And so thank you guys for also helping us advance the kingdom. James too talks about this a lot. But yeah, giving people certain things, opening their hearts, and then being able to plant the seed inside of them is more important than anything. Always remain humble. That's the one thing that I remember is all these things, like it's easy to get high-hearted when you help people, when you help inmates, when you help people who are, less fortunate. But the one part is like we've all been helped by God. We're all people who are in need of help. And so that's what keeps us grounded and be able to move with humility, but also move with boldness, right? So, yeah.
It's just crazy, like the circulation of like the giving economy around Core of the Heart, and this just adds one more layer. So it's like every time we go do a free live event, that's costing us like 10 grand,
Yeah.
honestly.
More.
These
More than
free
that.
live events
Yeah.
are very much not free, but it's being paid for by the generous members of Core of the Heart.
Yep.
So it's interesting to think of, if you're a member of Core of the Heart, you help fund these free live events for people around the country who may or may not be able to afford it.
Yeah.
And now we're saying, okay, if we're bringing 1,000 people together and everyone just brings one thing of food, one thing of pasta, one pair of socks, that we could help homeless for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's like low key, by being a Core of the Heart member and helping throw the events and helping bring people together to donate to a food drive, just like the giving economy is just so crazy.
Yeah.
And then we go and pass those things out and it's just insane. So it's just kind of like, it's crazy to see how it all goes around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty
You guys
interesting.
can feel good about that too, genuinely, because if we didn't have you guys, then we wouldn't be able to do these things, and then the souls wouldn't be saved, right? So it's important. Pastor says, like, our fruits are all shared, right? So no one can do it alone, and God is teaching us through giving. Giving is better than receiving, in that who can give? Only those who've received. Now, we've received eternal life from God, gift from God. We're then able to kind of reciprocate that back to people. And for me, that's why I'm able to do all of those hours and do free events and be able to go and hand out these things to people who are less fortunate, is because I was given that in so many ways, right? I was spiritually homeless. And so in that case, God was able to, through Pastor Kim, pour into me. So you guys helping us, really, it's you guys donating and just even having subscriptions and just supporting us in any way is huge in helping us reach other people. Like, we could not reach them by ourselves. I would still be a prison minister without you guys, clipping up things, donating, et cetera, right? All of us here would not be able to even eat if that was the case. So we appreciate every one of you guys for helping us. And you guys we share the fruits where because you guys do that, then it allows me a platform to then preach. So you guys have like stake in that as well, and a spiritual stake. And God sees that. Seriously, God sees that, and He blesses people. It says, "I will bless those who bless you, curse those who curse you." You guys bless us so much through all the donations. We see you guys, honestly, and we appreciate that. Bottom of our hearts.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And that's why people always ask, like, how can I help? How can I support? Genuinely, just bring a box of pasta to a free live event.
Yeah.
It's the biggest support. Get a Core of the Heart membership so we can throw more free live events.
Yeah.
It just, those tiny, tiny things genuinely go so far. We couldn't do it if thousands of people weren't being members and bringing food to the
Yeah.
events and things like this. So just,
Figgity
it's
facts.
pretty easy to be a part of it if you really genuinely feel called upon to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Amen.
Dollar goes a long way.
Yep.
Okay. Now that the new year is coming up, it's the typical new year, new me, and I have a laundry list of things I want to change about myself, and I make my New Year's resolutions. Is it wrong, or what is the best way to set goals according to the Bible?
So you can have goals and still trust God. The issue is when you plan for your future and you need your future to go your way. right? So the way I explain it is, if you plan and set goals for your future, make sure to set your goals like you would if you're writing things down in pencil. Don't write it in pen. And what that means is when things are in pencil, it allows God to be able to edit, right? So the analogy here is,
Wait, God can't edit pen?
but basically, it's not for God, it's for you, right? You're sitting there and you're like, man, I can't, like, I'm so set in stone in this, right? I need this goal to be achieved, and that becomes your identity. That becomes what defines you. That's not biblical. It's, Father God, I'm gonna work hard and set these goals, but the outcome I leave to you. And I'm gonna allow you to be able to edit wherever you see fit, because you know what's best. So goals are biblical, and you are actually supposed to set them. If you look at Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3, commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. So commit your work to the Lord. Okay, God, I'm going to work, but this is for you, and then your thoughts will be established, right? Luke 14:28 says the same thing. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the costs? So it is biblical to set a goal. It is not biblical to then allow your future to go your way, the goal to go your way. That's when it becomes a problem, right? So, yeah.
So what is a goal like that's for God, right? Like for me, it's like I want to lose 10 pounds.
Yeah.
I want to go to the gym every day. And it's like, you could, obviously there's the position of, I want to be healthy so I could preach the God, like do my job well or whatever it is. But there's also the, just, let's be honest. It's like, I just want my six pack back, you know? And so it's like, everyone can sit there and be like, this is for God. You know, I'm trying to make this for God, but then it creeps in, the self creeps in.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Again, so how to tell if a goal is biblical, right? In that way, is when it fails, what is affected? Is your peace affected, or just your scheduling and trajectory is affected? So if you tie your identity, like let's say for the six-pack example, if you're like, nah, I didn't get a six-pack, then it's a problem, because now it's affecting your peace, your identity behind it. But if it's like, oh, okay, I wanted to get a six-pack, I worked hard, I just couldn't put down the donuts, right? Then it's okay. Like, God, I still wanted to do that for you, I just didn't hit that goal. Or, go ahead.
Okay, or it's like, yo, you couldn't put down the donuts?
Yeah. What's
It's
wrong
like,
with putting down the donuts?
No, but I'm just saying, like, let's say it was me. I couldn't put down the donuts. You're like, come on, Jeremy. In reality, like, you just weren't disciplined enough, or you didn't, like, what if God's like, you just didn't, you didn't try to put down the donuts. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think he would say that. I think he would still show you that, though, right? It's not like, oh, God, like, please establish my plans. It's more of like, God, interrupt my plans if you need to. So when you sit there and you're trying to, get a career, you have to level set many times and have this kind of like standard, of course, but you leave that to God. Okay, God, I'm going to do this, but feel free to interrupt it, edit it, redirect me wherever it is. So it could be the six-pack, and it could be that God didn't allow you to put down the donut, because it's like, well, maybe you'll fall into lust. I don't know. I know a lot of people who went through body transformation and it actually ruined their lives. But I also know people who went through body transformations and it established them and it made them happier. So it's again, dependent on, is this going to be your idol? Your goal should never be your idol. It should point you towards God, basically, right? The true person you're supposed to be idolizing, which is God. Yeah.
What about a lot of people that say, like, oh, if I made a bunch of money, I would donate more, things like that. And I know you said, well, you would just donate now too. There is a level, because I've been broke,
Yeah.
where it's like, when I did get to a certain level of financial security, my life, there was a lot of stress that was gone.
Yeah.
Right. So what do you say to the person that's like,
I want to do it to then donate more money.
donate more money, but
Or
it's
work
also
for
like,
the kingdom.
but it's also like, I know I want financial security because
Yeah.
I'm stressed out.
Having financial security is okay. Planning to do those things is okay. If you have a genuine heart to be able to go, I want this amount of money so I can donate, and that's a real genuine heart,
Yeah.
then God, why wouldn't God bless that? right? Like we're super blessed now because even in my heart, I want to build churches. I want to build churches for our people. I think God is super accelerating that because of that. Yes, we could have our systems and processes, but if we don't have grace and we don't have the right heart posture, we'll just have all this money and squander it anyways. So God's not going to give you something that curses you. He's always going to bless you. So if you sit there and you genuinely have the heart, that's between you guys and God. I can't sit here through a podcast and be able to tell, the viewers and what your heart is. But if you have the heart of, you know what, I genuinely want to make money, not only to take care of my bills, because that's something that God wants to do anyways, but how am I going to utilize this to then give it back to God? And if you have that heart and it's genuine, why wouldn't God bless that? I've seen this time and time again. We have pastors all around our missions who have $0, don't speak a lick of English, and they get buildings for free, like under their name. Vegas church was like this. Didn't even have any money, got a whole building,
Wow.
$2 million building with an acre lot, whatever, crazy. What? And we're just like, how did you do that? Boy can't even say justified. He's like justified. But boy got more. He got.
Hey, who
more
was we that
financial-
said that? You were the only one clowning him.
No.
No, all the other pastors said that. There's no way. You were the only one.
No. Justified, sanctified, right? Pied. No, I'm just kidding.
Sounds like you were the only one clowning him, and then threw the rest of the church in with it.
Turn the cameras off. We're gonna run the fade. No, but genuinely though, if you guys have the heart aligned with God, why wouldn't God allow because then they don't become your goals anymore. Your goal is now rooted in Christ, not self. And God never edifies self. He's always edifying Christ. We ride off that coattail because obviously, like the donkey who carries Jesus, he gets praised too, right? That's a byproduct of it. But people, again, are putting things above God. Your goals should never be put above God. Your goal should always be to invite God into the planning process, into the outcome, into everything, essentially. And this is what's going to make it biblical and scriptural.
Do you have anything?
Wait,
So what I would say is plan boldly, but surrender daily.
Ooh, that's
Plan
a bar.
boldly, but surrender daily. Clippy.
That's great.
Okay.
this is off topic, but can you tell me a little bit more about the donkey who carries Jesus still gets praised?
Yeah. So
Loki reminds me of Jeremy.
So the donkey. Yeah.
That's the story.
So Jesus rides on a donkey, and then they claim Hosanna, Hosanna, right? The enlightened one, the anointed one. They're like basically praising him. And the donkey gets praised with him because a donkey is symbolic of someone who's stubborn, just the bombastic side eye is crazy.
Because he said the donkey reminded me of him. I thought it was a good thing, but then now you're saying the donkey.
Donkey was stubborn.
Yeah.
The donkey is always hard-headed, right? And it loves to work. So when Jesus rides on him, this stubborn workspace person, if you add Jesus to it, gets, edified, right? Now
That is
imagine
crazy.
Now imagine if the donkey kicks Jesus off and is like, I'm getting praised, guys. He would sit and people would probably slaughter that donkey.
Like if they were like, I'm the star of the show. I'm the
Yeah.
star. Right.
Right. Yeah.
It's not clicking in my head of how I'm the donkey.
Is you're stubborn
Am I stubborn?
and you love to work and you crack the whip on everybody and you just go your way.
No, I'm the I've never seen a donkey holding a whip. I don't know what donkeys you guys are thinking about.
I'm
No,
not
but
stubborn.
donkeys
I'm
are
not stubborn.
stubborn.
Yeah, I'm more like if I had to compare myself to an animal, I'm like an eagle, a majestic eagle.
Like a stallion.
Yeah,
More
a
of
wild
a stallion than a donkey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
I just heard it kind of reminded me of someone or something I know, but
It was just so off, so I'm like not really connecting the two dots, but okay. What would you say is the best way to make sure someone sets themselves up so that their goals stick?
So when you look at Galatians chapter 5, it calls self-control and discipline the fruit of the Spirit. Now, why am I talking about that? It's because if you guys want to set yourself up for your goals to stick, you're going to need self-control. Anyone who's sitting there and following a goal has to be disciplined and working towards that goal. So they have to have a lot of self-control. They have to do things they don't want to do, right? So Galatians 5 calls self-control and discipline a fruit. Now, fruits can only grow when they're connected to the root, right? And so that's why God is saying we have to be connected to God. If you try to connect to yourself, if you try to muster up, this white knuckled willpower, let's say, then you're going to burn out. That's what happens is most people, it's not that they're not disciplined, they're exhausted in their discipline, right? And discipline is not just purely off of willpower. It has to go, your goals essentially, if they're built off of emotion, then they're going to be unstable because emotions are unstable. Most people are not emotionally stable, to be honest. They're going to feel frustrated. They're going to feel angry. And that's when they become exhausted and then they turn away from their goal setting. But if the fruit, right, is connected, let's say, to the root, which is Jesus Christ and grace, then all it has to do is sit there and be connected and the fruit will naturally grow. The fruit doesn't try hard to grow. It doesn't try hard to, discipline itself. It just stays connected to God. And in the same way, when I was connected to Pastor Kim, he was like the root that was pouring into me, obviously through God and Jesus, but he was pouring into me. And I didn't even know that I was growing. I was just connected, right? A mango doesn't go, oh my gosh, guys, I'm growing. Like it just one day is like, oh my gosh, I'm a ripe, good tasting mango and I'm producing fruit now. And now I have the seed to then able to plant into the ground and then that could also produce fruits, right? So fruit of the Spirit, one of the fruit of the Spirit is self-control, which is pivotal for discipline. But people try to have discipline without being connected to God. And yes, those things are temporary, right? But again, you need grace for everything. Yes.
What would you say to the person that doesn't have a Pastor Kim to instill self-control? An example for me is like, I'm a doom scroller. I'll just find any moment that I'm bored. It's just like a habit at the time. And I've tried everything. I have the app blocker. Sometimes I'll put this thing in a cookie jar with a timer that locks it up.
Yeah.
So I'll try to do all those things. And, it works for certain days, but then other days I don't have those blockers around me. What would you say to the person that doesn't have a support system?
Number one, that's why we have our Discord community, because we can sit there. We have mods who've read the Bible, who are, connected to us. So you need to have some kind of connection. Number two, ask yourself one simple question. What am I doing this for? And who am I doing this for? What and who am I doing this for? So with Jeremy's situation, right? Doom scrolling. What are you doing this for? It's only for yourself. And if you do things for yourself, at least in this predicament, it's going to be detrimental and counterproductive. So if you are to do something, if you pick up food and you eat, you have to think, what am I doing this for? So even when I eat, right, I've noticed that when I sit there and I'm like moving on the beaches, when I'm like genuinely, because I used to eat horribly. I didn't care. Like I could eat Chick-fil-A, I could eat junk food. I love junk food. I literally spent 13 years of my life, 24 years of my life, I would say, eating just junk food, right? Chef Boyardee, ramen noodles, spread, and Jeremy's laughing, but it's true. I was Red 40 spokesman, straight up.
Go look at, sort his YouTube thumbnails by latest. And
I'm gonna delete those actually.
No, you're gonna just you're gonna see a circle. Johnny's face was just no jawline.
Yeah, legit.
It's just a circle.
A fatty. I was a fatty. But I learned, man, if I'm doing this, right, then can I maintain an image that people would want to, like, could I influence people if I'm sitting here and being like, yeah, I'm overweight, but I have self-discipline. Like, yeah, bro can't even control the fork to your mouth, right? Like, if I'm telling other people to have self-control and I don't even have self-control, then that makes me hypocritical. So I was able to think, what am I doing this for, right? I can sure sit at home and chill and relax and eat whatever I want and save money doing that actually, right? But at the end of the day, I'm like, no, I have to up my health. I have to be able to preach these things. I have to not sit there and get food coma after eating all this soy and gluten and all this stuff that just wrecks my body completely and then wrecks my mind completely. So I was able to think. That simple thing helped me. What am I doing this for and who am I doing this for? If I'm sitting here and I'm working out, yes, working out is fine. We should protect the temple and build the temple. But am I just doing this for more likes on Instagram? Am I doing this for more validation? Then I probably shouldn't be doing that. Am I doing this to have more energy, though, to genuinely preach the gospel? Amen. And when you guys walk that way, God will show you your intent of the heart. Because sometimes our intentions change. We will be like, yeah, I want to do that. And then you get distracted or derailed because you start to get more attention. Then God, you have to believe, will keep you accountable and pull you back to where you need to be through conviction of the Holy Spirit, through other people telling you stuff, through even in your doom scroll, catching a reel that's like, oh my gosh, this is directly talking to me. So, yeah.
What would you say though? Okay, so one thing you said about the working out thing, like for me, I like Muay Thai. And to me, it's when you're saying that, why am I doing this and who am I doing it for?
Yeah.
It's kind of more for self. You know what I'm saying? It's like a fun thing that I enjoy. It's like a never ending puzzle.
I don't think so. I think you think like that, but you don't know how to think deeply.
Well, so that's the thing.
Not
It's
straight
like,
dissing them. You're dumb.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's like it could be repositioned. Like, how do you know you're not repositioning it so that you can continue to do something that's not really for self, that's really for self and not for God?
Yeah. I mean, but you're saying like loopholes and stuff
Loopholes.
like that. Right. So, I mean, only you would know that.
Yeah.
And even if you did a loophole, right? Let's say that's true. If God doesn't like it, he has to remove it and he will. Right? So he might not do it right away. He might do it right away. But I think like for your mental health, personally, for me being around you, for you to be happy, I've seen when you're injured and you're not doing Muay Thai versus when you are doing Muay Thai. You're way more. You think he's the Grinch? Boy turns into the abominable snowman. Like, he is so bad when he doesn't do his Muay Thai. He's just like, I gotta go. And I'll hear him driving. And on the drive, he feels better. Literally. So training is good, and we allow that. We do that with everyone here. You guys could do whatever you want as long as you get your job done and you get your work done. That's the one thing though that we've always had as a policy. Do what you got to do for your mental health to be happy, because I'm not going to have you guys coming in here kicking things. I don't want to do this, man. I can't even do Muay Thai. You know, Jeremy, Muay Thai secular, kicking people in the face is not biblical. It's not ites knee to the face. Ites is not biblical. Show me where it says ites in the Bible. Like, if I do that, he's literally gonna be like, bro's legalistic as hell, man. I can't sit here and sweat and relieve my stress and stuff like that. Like, why not? So again, I would disagree with you on that. I think genuinely you working out, you're so happy. Us being together with George and all that. Bro, it leveled me up crazy, leveled you up crazy, 100%. So I'm like, okay, what's the issue there, right?
Yeah.
And you enjoying it does not mean it's a bad thing, right? Doesn't mean just because you enjoy something that it's a sin automatically, right? Obviously, if it's like bumpies or drugs or stuff like that, then yeah, I would be like, yo, Jeremy, we gotta have the conversation. But it's just like kneeing people and doing liver shots and just elbowing people. I think that's not too bad.
I thought you were going to say, I noticed when you don't do it because you're fat.
No, not necessarily.
Oh, I got straight up fat.
You
I
did.
gained 14 pounds.
Are you not? Like, what does Nathan think now? Are you,
are
you back?
I don't think he hasn't really commented, but I'm like 160. I got 4 more pounds to lose.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then how do you stay disciplined?
Yeah. So, okay. You've now made the little checklist of who it's for, why am I doing it, and you got your list set out, and you trying to eliminate distractions, right? Throwing out the food you shouldn't eat, whatever it is. But now it's month 2, right? You signed up for the gym membership, you went for month 1, and then February it's empty. The gym is empty.
Disciplined?
So how do you stay disciplined?
So when you look at discipline and self-control, they're kind of synonymous, and you have to look at scripture for that. When you look at the word, the original lexicon in Coney Greek for discipline, it's found in John as well as Luke. Basically, it says the word for self-control or discipline is egratia, right? It's EGKRATEIA. What that actually means is inner strength powered by the Spirit. So inner strength comes from and is powered by the Spirit. So a phone has a battery on its own, but sooner or later it has to be plugged in and the power has to come from the electrical outlet, right? In the same way, a lot of people think discipline is self and like sheer willpower. It is not. It's not self, it's spirit, right? Different S's, as we say. And so it's not, obeying obedience off of just your own emotions and your own willpower, because those things change. Sometimes people as humans lose obedience, lose willpower, lose, have unstable emotions. But if you're trying to become more disciplined, the way that the Bible explains it is you have to lean on, or you have to learn to lean on God. If you want to genuinely surrender to God, you have to obviously lean on him. That's part of surrender, but you have to also confess your weaknesses every single day to God. You have to be like, oh, the reason for me to stay disciplined is I'm empty. I'm like this phone. I have 2%. I need to hurry up and plug in, surrender to the willpower of God. And how to do that is every day recognizing your weakness. Oh, I'm weak. That's why I need to get plugged in. Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I need to be able to go to God. Oh, I can't. I'm weak. That's why I'm strong. And when I realize that I'm weak, then I become strong. People are like straight up like driving a car. The engine is like running and it's that temperature gauge is going to hot and the car is still trying to drive. During that time, you have to stop and go, okay, if I keep driving this, I'm going to get a head gasket issue. The freaking engine's going to blow up on me. I'm going to be out $8,000. No, I got to stop and I got to like let everything cool down and I got to plug back in to God essentially. And this is what it means, right? And so lack of discipline is not usually tied to laziness. A lot of people don't know that. Lack of discipline is usually tied to connection. And I'll explain why. Who you're connected to is who you're going to draw power from. If you're weak and you connect to self, you're going to be weak, essentially, right? It's like a Wi-Fi signal. It's weak connection. It doesn't matter like how good your phone is. It matters how strong the Wi-Fi signal is. God is the Wi-Fi signal, right? He's strong. But if you're not connected to him, then you're just going to run off of your own kind of like connection, right? And so when people are, so this idea is kind of hard to understand, so I'll try to explain it. But when I say it's not lack of self-discipline or lack of discipline is tied to lack of connection, what I mean by that is if you're sitting here and let's say, for example, you have no self-control of your anger, right? And I'll give an example. There's a lot of people who come to me and I mentor and they go, I have anger issues. And I'm like, no, you don't. And they're like, what? You don't even know me. What do you mean? I have crazy anger issues, right? And then I go, you think you can't control your anger, but it's because you're connected to yourself. You believe that you can actually control your anger. So you're kind of trying to maintain your anger by yourself. And they go, okay. Now, let's say, right, for example, I'm sure couples and spouses that are listening, when they're arguing crazy and then their mom calls or like the cops come, like they're not going to be like, yeah, whatever, like screaming. They're going to pick up and be like, yeah, whatever. Hey, mom, how you doing? Like they're able to like completely calm down after that, right? If a cop like tries to light you up, you're not going to be like, yeah, you effing whatever. Oh, hey, hello, officer. Like you'll literally be able to calm down. So again, because you're now connecting to, oh snap, if I keep doing this will turn into like a domestic violence case. This will turn into like maybe me getting fined and like, disrupting the public, et cetera, et cetera. Like, so you could technically control it, but is your heart willing to like be connected to that or not, right? Are you willing to connect to God or not, essentially? So we say that we're lazy, right? I always thought, for example, I was really bad at, money management and schooling and doing math. I hated math. But then when those freaking $50,000 came in and I was like, I'm short. And I start using math. Like, wait, but last week, like I used to think I had a bad memory and then I'm connected to the money now. So I'm like, wait a minute, but 2 weeks ago you said you're going to have 10K for me. Why are you bringing only 8K? I don't understand. And it becomes this.
Bro turned into Alfred Einstein.
Literally, it was Alfred Einstein.
Yeah.
Right? And Albert Einstein.
Jackass Ma.
Right. Literally turned into Bill Fence, bro. Like, it was just like, huh. But Jeff Bezos. But anyways. It was literally Jeff Bezos. But I'm over here like, right? So it's again, it's a lack of connection, not lack of, discipline. Who are you connected to? My discipline comes from how many of you guys need salvation? Wow, I need to do this and have salvation with God, right? I need to preach the gospel. How many souls can I bring? Then I'm able to muster through things.
It's like a bad dog over here.
Oh, he just rips
Just
things in half.
shredded. Camera zoom in, cut in. He just shred like you. He just sits here and like twiddles with things, and he completely shredded up whatever this was. It's like
This particular
it's
thing
gone.
was very messy. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
sorry. I'll clean this up.
It's like a
So-
bad
so-
dog. It's like we need to take him outside and tie him to the
So
spray
discipline.
him with the hose.
So discipline always starts with dependence, right? Dependence on God. If you depend on yourself, yes, things will work until you run out, until you burn out. Yes.
So, tactical, straightforward advice. You say when you get up, for my example, it'd say, hey, God, I have this issue with my phone where I just pick it up and I'll randomly scroll. I know it's not helping me, but I can't seem to stop. So if you don't want me to continue to do this, you stop it.
Yes.
Really?
Because we have to receive grace. John 5:30 is really clear. It says, I can of my own self do nothing. Right? I can't do anything. Now, it doesn't mean to pick up and go, oh, I can't do anything. Oh, I can't do anything, and keep scrolling. But you have to realize, oh, because I can't do anything, I need to stop depending on myself. I need to actually start depending on God. When you realize, like, oh, like, for example, when I got shot, right, I never trusted doctors. Being Asian, we just don't trust Western medicine. My dad, my mom were always complaining about, like, they just want to, like, bill you for every little thing. The IV is $7,000. Like, they just like this, right? So when I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, doctors are quacks, you know, they're horrible. Like, what makes them better? I used to have this mindset when I was a kid. But when I got shot, right, I was literally like a good puppy just listening to the doctor. Like, you got to stay here for a month. You're going to get rehab. I'm like, okay. And it's going to be a lot of money. I'm like, okay, just don't let me die, right? Like, literally, I was like, okay, right? And it's because you have to recognize that I couldn't depend on Johnny anymore. Oh, I have to depend on God. And if you really reach that level, you will become disciplined. You will become like, oh, I'm not going to listen to myself anymore, right? So we just have to recognize that. And God also allows us to struggle, like with the doom scroll. He allows those things. He allows us to not go off of willpower, because if you could, then you would get high-hearted. I know so many people who sit there and overcame so many things in their lives, and they don't attribute that to God. I know so many people who are disciplined and judge other people because they received grace to become disciplined, whether they had a good family, whether they had people who taught them, to then go, what the heck? Like, you're just homeless by choice. Like, they don't understand. There's a disconnect, and they become very, very high-hearted. So God won't sometimes let you have discipline because you'll become high-hearted, because the heart easily gets high. So that's why God wants us to realize, hey, you need grace in everything, right? The discipline grows when foundationally it's rooted in grace. That's how it is, right? And so you have to realize those things. Oh, I need grace to grow, right? I need grace to even be disciplined. Because, yeah, I don't think anyone's naturally just disciplined. I think the systems that they're brought up on, the parents that raised them, all of that has effects. I wasn't disciplined. Even when I went to prison, I only had to be disciplined because I was forced. I was literally fighting for my life. So I had to go through the politics and stuff. Did I like it? No, I didn't. And then that in itself actually cultivated a lot of discipline. And then when I got out, I had Pastor Kim straight up disciplining me, telling me to scrub toilets. Why? Like, I don't want to scrub toilets, but through that, I was able to learn you got to do the small things so that when God blesses you with the big things, you don't fumble those things.
That was very helpful.
Yeah.
So moving on, you've given us a lot of good insight on self-control and discipline and how those go hand in hand, how to set goals that are aligned with God or the Bible, and how to not to hold on to them so that they become something that you're dependent on for your happiness. Yeah. What would you say from everything that you've gone through to where you've gotten today in your career and your life? For Johnny Chang today, what is one thing that you want to change about yourself?
Perfectionist mindset. I think it leads me to be.
But you're righteous and perfected forever. You're switching up.
No, but I mean like selfishly perfectionist, like perfectionist. Isn't that kind of?
I know what you mean. I was just being annoying.
The ass
This is
carrying
what I have
Jesus.
to deal with
Yeah, I was being the
every
don-
single day. Every day, guys. No, perfectionist mindset. Just kind of like, it affects me like emotionally sometimes when I don't have things done a certain way. And it makes me super sensitive, and I'd be making grumpy pants because 9 times out of 10, I'm actually most mad at myself. So the perfectionist mindset leads to like being angry at yourself. But there's also a double-edged sword, to be honest. I think because of that, I'm able to also just be like, I have to learn to lean on God. Beforehand, before I was saved, I would not let anyone do anything for me. I would literally have to run everything.
Sheesh.
Like everything. You guys would have to, it would be a tug of war just to like get me to see certain things. And I do exactly what Jeremy does. When Jeremy gets annoyed, guys, this is what he does. He goes, okay, all right, let's do it.
That's not bad. I still do
No,
it.
that's
You
good.
do that to you.
I'm not saying it's bad.
Oh, well,
I'm
but-
saying that's what I do now is I'm like, inside's like, outside's like, okay, okay, all right. So perfectionist mindset always makes me super pissed at myself. And then through that leads to like this mindset of, I don't want to be wrong. So it's not about skirting accountability, but it's like now I have to push it onto someone so that I'm not angry at myself. It's a weird thing. You guys know what I'm talking about because some of you guys do this too, where they sit there and I'll be like chastising in Discord and they know that they're wrong, but they're like, you were wrong, Johnny. Like, so I don't have to feel bad. And so I understand that, right? And I think perfectionist mindset does that a lot.
So, but
Where you're so hard on yourself to where you're like, okay, now I don't want to be hard on myself, so I have to find a way that it's not my fault.
But you're saying though that it's a double-edged sword because it also causes you to lean on God. So where would you want to be? Like if God could cure it in some way, what would you prefer?
I know he can't. And I don't mean he can't cure it. I know he won't because I'm like that. That's what draws me to God. So it's more of like, I'm not going to heal you from something that, yes, may be painful, but brings you to me than something that makes you comfortable and draws you away from me. Right. So, yeah.
But don't you think you've leveled up? Like now
I
you
think
can-
so.
Yeah.
I think so. But even then, right, I still can see parts of it creep in where I'm like, dang, I guess that is part of the perfectionist mindset of like not having anything, right? Like not struggling
that's so
with
funny.
anything at all.
That's
right?
funny
So-
that the perfectionist mindset is also affecting the progress that you've made to not
Yes.
even see the progress.
Yes. That's why I said everything needs grace.
Eesh.
Right? And we need grace. Me too. Like, I'm my biggest critic, hands down. So many times me and Jeremy will have this juxtaposition. Bro, I'll be like, I'm sorry. He's like, stop saying sorry. And I'm just like, all right. But at the same time, we explained it yesterday a little bit, the situation. And he was able to understand it like, oh, dang, you are kind of extra hard on yourself. And then therefore that can affect me. Because then when you're extra hard, then I don't know if I can even mess up in front of you, because if I mess up, then you're going to think like, it's like I'm taking it personal essentially. Right. So it was good to have that conversation genuinely.
Yeah.
And that's why fellowship is so important. Having dialogue is so important, because I can misunderstand Jeremy, I can misunderstand Aaron, and vice versa. And so we're able to see like, okay, this is what my perfectionist mindset does. It creates problems when there isn't any problems. But at the same time, because of that, I have to surrender to God.
Sheesh.
Crazy, right? Like that's the level up. Before, I would hate myself. I'll be like, why am I like this? Now it's like, oh, I'm like this. I accept it. And that's what's bringing me to God, versus just dying in that position of like, I suck and I just can't do this and I hate everything. It goes from, yes, I suck and I could hate everything, but this is what's bringing me to God, to my everything, which is God. So it's actually really good. Yeah.
What is one thing you want to change about yourself in 2026?
Ooh, you go first.
That was funny. Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, I would say for me is to truly surrender to God. So there's a lot of things that I feel like that through sheer hard work we're getting done, but I also can see maybe that's going to creep and lead to burnout or frustration. So I want to avoid that. But then a lot of times I get overly cautious, right? I'm like, oh, Did I surrender that to God properly? Or it's also just like, well, no, that's a no-brainer that we just have to do the work. You know what I'm saying? Like what is there to surrender? It's like it got done or it didn't.
Yes.
And so that balance is, I don't really know if I'm surrendering to God properly, I guess. So it's something that I have to go to you more about, talk to Pastor Kim about.
Yeah.
But
You are surrendering properly. Yeah.
think so?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm like, I can work harder, I could do more, and I don't, and I'm not like I'm burnt out or anything like that. I'm just like, this just needs to get done. It's like, yeah, so it gets confusing to me.
Yeah. But that is part of the surrender, is to sit there and think that, man, I need to surrender more. Some people don't even have that sense of like wanting to surrender. Right. So that obviously is a level up. And then to realize, oh, there are certain things that I genuinely want to surrender, but that's what the surrender is to go, okay, Lord, I know that I want to surrender this, but like you have to take care of my surrender. Does that make sense?
So sometimes I think that, but then the decision has to get made, and I'm kind of just like, well, I know what the decision is, and I'm gonna go towards this decision.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing where I kind of struggle with, where I'm like, oh, I want to surrender this to God, but at the end of the day, I just do think this is the right decision, and I'm just gonna go this path, and then God, you correct it if it's not.
But that's surrender.
Is it though? Because
Yes, because the fact that you're that last part, but then you correct it if you don't think so.
But I do that like a lot. I've catch myself doing that a lot, where I'm like, man,
There's
am I
nothing
just
wrong with that.
am I just leaning on myself again though?
No, that's not it. Because how you used to lean on yourself there was no God in that equation. That's what surrender is adding God into it, right? Because you make the decision to do what you want to do, but it's not really what you want to do. You do it because you have obviously the knowledge and the wisdom and just the experience and perspective. But then you also know that if you need to correct it, God, you will correct it, and I'll leave it up to you. That is the surrender, is what I'm saying. Whereas like that was never what you used to do. You used to be like, no, I need to just do that and have no God inside of it. So you're taking on everything, and then God would actually have to make you surrender. Like, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so hard to explain, guys.
Yeah,
but
no,
it's
but
so.
I'm thinking about all the things in the alcohol business where it was just like literally I was forced to surrender.
Yeah.
The cancellation and just like, running out of money and all those kind of things.
Yeah.
Where there was nothing else, the burnout, there was nothing else I could do.
And you wouldn't have that heart back then, is what I'm saying. You would just keep being like, okay, I got like God's trying to make you surrender, and then you would find another way to be like, all right, let's just roll with the punches. Let's do this until the point where you literally burned out. That's what surrender does to you. And then you're like, I can't help but give this up. Now, the reason why you're not burning out is because of this. Is to go, I'm gonna do what I have to do, like I used to do, but I'm leaving the outcome up to God. That is what surrender is. It's not moving. Surrender is not just like, okay, God, I need to make a decision and I'm not going to make any decision. That's not surrendering.
I guess I felt like I was like checking a box and then moving on. It's like, oh, I checked the God box and I'm still going to do what I think is best.
Those are your thoughts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
thoughts. You're doing it
help me.
actually perfectly. See, guys, that's why I said the mind is crazy. No one told him that was wrong. He just believed that was. Because he don't talk to me.
Well, I can't really talk to you at all when you're giving me 100 tasks a day and then you're grading me. I would love to talk. Maybe give me less tasks to do and don't get upset when they don't get done. And we could talk all the time. I'm just kidding.
That's your task.
Did you figure out what you would like to change in 2026? Yeah, he's like be less perfect.
Yeah, I want to relax more.
Yeah.
Fish more. Just chill and just work less overall.
Legit, we could do all of that if we all just locked in. Legit,
Well,
though.
not the work less overall
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Maybe. No, I
I
think
think work less overall too. It will get to a point where all of us can genuinely just take like retreat trips
Right.
and stuff like that, where we're just because
gotta
it's
chill.
a well-oiled machine, right?
Well,
Genuinely.
that honestly goes to my goal. And if I can pull off my goal, then maybe I will have more time to go fishing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'd say my genuine goal that I need to get better at this year is just to make better use of my time. So it's like I can get a
Marzies.
lot done. And even if I'm working the whole time, I can be wasting time while working. If it's me being a ultra perfectionist over a caption, or literally spending 45 minutes to pick a song for a video, which I literally do that when
Of
it doesn't
course.
when
Shoot.
it
I be
doesn't
knowing.
matter. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. And it's just like if I can just figure out how to make a better use of my time, I could get not only more done on the work side, but I can get more done on the personal side too. It's like the amount of time I spend doom scrolling, or even something like playing Pokemon Go. It's just like I just want to be able to make better use of all of my time. You guys are also, I'm like the only one of us three who's not disciplined when it comes to the gym. Like everything you were saying about
we can
discipline
tell.
was really opening my eyes, because I have the gym now. All my excuses are gone. It's open. It's across the street from my house, and I still be finding ways to only go once a week, if that. And it's just like, it's because I'm not making good use of my time. I'll tell myself, oh, I have so much to do. Oh, I have so much to do. Even so much as coming to the podcast today. We do podcasts at around 4 p.m. If I have to get in the car around 3, shower around 2:30, I'm just like, it'll be noon. We're getting off calls, and I'm like, I don't have time to go to the gym, X, Y, and Z. But I do. I really, if I was able to make better use of my time, all of my time, I actually do have time to do more things in my day.
Facts.
So that's a big goal for 2026 for me.
Wow. Good
Amen.
goal.
Any advice? You're really good at doing those things, utilizing your time really well. I am too.
So it's like, one is you got to write down the tasks that you have to do the next day, the night before, and put it from the most difficult to the least. And then for personal time like that, you just got to block it. And no matter what, you just got to go do it. So for example, I have to go to a Muay Thai class. They don't do class whenever. So I have to go. And so that forces me, even if
that's nice.
people are like, oh, let's do a meeting at this time. I say no, because it's the only time I get to go to the class, and I could do the meeting after or whatever, but then I'm forced to go. So if you make that time, then you won't, like, if you're like, I'm going to go to the gym at 11 a.m. The meetings are done and I go. Even though people want me to follow up, I will do it after the gym, and you block that time. It's just like,
Prioritizing it,
you just
basically.
have to go. And then if people are upset by it or whatever, you're like, I'll get it done in 1 hour.
Right.
Like, so if you block that time, you're like, this is my gym time, and nobody's going to like get in the way of that. Because if it was a class, you would have to go. Or if it was a
Right.
trainer that you paid, you would have to do it at that time.
Right.
You know, so if you just treat the gym that way, then it creates the space.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're actually good at that too, because he had that thing where when we were on the ride, and I was like, dude, I don't want to go, and he's like, in 200 minutes or in 200 seconds, you'll be exactly where you are, going, wow, this is good. Same thing, in 1 hour, you'll get a response of an email from me. It's true. It's
Dude,
true.
it's true. Also, like when George, he has limited time, so I block that time. It's not like any of you guys notice.
Right.
I'm just like, I always know where there's gaps of time, and I just fit George in. And
Right.
like I saw George before I came to the podcast.
Right.
It's 50
Really?
minutes. Yeah, but I mean, it's nice because it's around my house, but like obviously you have to calculate shower and drive time, but it's close to
No,
you.
but yeah, I live across the street, and honestly,
yeah.
lately I've been really trying to read. Like whenever I think of this and on the spot, I can actually do it. It's just
Yeah.
hard to remember this. I almost want to get it like tattooed on my forearm or something.
The first tattoo is a
But it was
reminder.
that. But it was that TikTok that we both saw where it's like I think that laziness is just the tendency to think of the effort rather than the outcome.
Yes.
So if you're not lazy, you're just focusing on all the effort it would take versus focusing on the outcome from it
Yeah.
all. And when I'll be sitting there and not wanting to go to the gym, I'll just try to focus on the outcome and not the effort, and then I'll actually just like walk out my door and go. But it's
Yep.
hard to always like remember that.
100%. But I think the biggest thing is like we definitely all have enough time where you could just be like, I'm gonna go at this time, and nobody schedule anything during this time.
Right.
Yeah.
I just convince myself I'm too busy to go. It's an excuse, or it is whatever it is.
Yep.
But I'm just gonna get better at.
But you
making
know what's
use
kind of
my
nice
time.
too is sometimes when you schedule that time, it's like I know I have to cram everything else. Because when I have the Muay Thai class, I'm like, okay, that day I'm gonna go for
Yep.
an hour and a half. I have to get all this stuff done, or else I can't go.
That's
And then-
always true.
Yeah.
Like whenever you have more to do, you end up getting more done.
Yeah, but also too, what you'll notice too is like that hour is not that. It's not detrimental. You're like, okay, I waste a lot of more time on other stuff. You know, if I looked at my
Totally.
screen time, it's like the collective time that I doom scrolled was more than enough time to go to the gym
For sure.
and doom
Facts.
scroll.
Now I'll spend 15 minutes debating what to do next in my head, and I'm like,
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
would have just started anything, I'd be halfway done by now.
True.
One
Dang.
thing that might be also helpful for you is like I know you're maybe thinking about like moving, like living on your own or whatever, is finding somebody to live with that is locked in. Because when you see someone busy doing their own things, you just can't help to be like, I'm a bum. Like I
Yeah.
gotta do something. Yeah.
True.
What are some big tactical goals that you want to accomplish next year? I got a bunch, but let's see if we all wrote down the same things.
I want to go international.
Ooh.
Ding, ding, ding. That's on my list. I
Wanna
said
go
take
international?
COTH global.
I want us to have at least be on route to being the best. I guess having the best spiritual app in the world.
I kind of wrote something similar. I said launch the app and get it to #1 in the religion category on the App Store.
And my last one is just do more after services. Just do more after services and maybe like utilize our COTH media team more. Like I only want to do more after because I feel like people are loving it. I mean, if you guys look at YouTube, the responses of just me answering questions, like just putting more of that stuff out there. No, actually, more important than that made me think is to get a team that's like locked in with us too.
Like every single videographer comes to us forever.
Yes.
We know. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
More permanent employees.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean, we might as well plug it. If you are a crazy good documentarian vlogger, like you just know retention and you just keep the camera on and you find those raw moments, we are looking for that.
And same with throwing more after services. If you're a die-hard event planner, event coordinator, if you've done big events, coordinated big events doesn't even have to be for churches, just anyone who has coordinated events and can handle a bunch of moving pieces, you don't even have to do the promotion. Just setting up and coordinating events, please reach out.
Yes,
I'm
attention
looking for
to
a
detail.
monster who can organize 1 to 2 events every single month, literally.
Yeah.
And then also that you love people and you like reaching out to churches and talking to people. You got to love people at the end of the day because you're going to deal with a lot of different personalities. Yeah, that's the jobs are in the description or on our website, just at the top, barcoretheheart.com. For me, I also wanted to add to that is finish the Bible in 1 year. To this day, I'm not proud to admit, I'm 34 years old. I grew up in the church. My dad was a pastor. I've not read the Bible front to back once.
And you've known Johnny almost 2 years.
You're fired.
What have you been doing, man?
You're fired.
What have you been doing,
What's
man?
his excuse?
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, what? He gets a pass because he's
Yeah.
white?
Yeah.
That's what happens. You just compare
This is
yourself to
discrimination.
everyone else.
He's a walking Bible. He's Jewish.
This is yeah, okay. Name Johnny's favorite verse.
Hebrews 10:14.
What is, no, but what is the verse? What is the verse? What is the verse?
Wait, give me the first word and I'll fire it off.
By
4.
one
No,
offering.
you gave him 3. What the? You said first word.
For
But
by
I'll give it to
one
him 'cause I know it.
offering, we are perfected and righteous forever in the eyes of God.
Wait, can I try?
Yeah.
For by one offering he has perfected them that are sanctified.
No.
For by one offering he has perfected them. He has
Dang.
perfected and made you righteous
Okay,
forever.
and now
them that are
everyone say it
sanctified.
with me. It is finished.
It says, for by one offering he has perfected forever them that are sanctified.
I missed one word, and
No,
you were
you
saying that I was,
didn't. No, you
yeah,
didn't.
That is
You're
what I
closer.
said.
I was close.
That is what I said.
In God's eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. Forever. I forgot forever. For by one offering he has perfected.
Everybody chastise them in the comments.
For,
I'm
For by
waiting
one
until
offering.
Johnny's annotated Bible comes out. That's when I'll.
oh, that's when you're gonna read it. For by one. Hey, that's the guy. I'm gonna donate when I'm a millionaire. Same energy. Aaron, what are your goals?
You know what would be really cool? Releasing a book of daily devotionals. Like after a year when there's
Yes.
365 and you can just buy a year every single day. A book.
Making it a nice book in
That would be
Johnny's
super
real
fire.
handwriting. They're like, did he write this in Chinese? Looking at it like this. Johnny holds his pencil with all 5 fingers. Think about that. it's like a, it's in a, it's in a fist. Your signature is pretty cool, but then you write. He's like, I'm gonna roast you right now. They come up and they ask for a signature, and it's like it's nice, and then they go, "Hey, can you write me like a Bible verse?" And I see the Bible verse, I'm like,
Yo, honestly, he's clowning me so hard because he goes, it's not like you gave that verse to everyone. Bro was taking a picture and he's like, it's not like you don't give that verse to everyone. And I literally started switching it up. What? Hebrews 10:14 is the best verse, man.
Yeah, no, it is.
That's funny.
It is a good verse.
No, I don't always do it though.
No, I know you don't always do it, but
That was funny as
the
hell.
minute when he goes, Hebrews 10. I'll go Hebrews. I finished in 10:14. Hebrews 10:14. I know that one. What about? Oh, I also want to lose the remaining 4 or 5 pounds I got to lose in the first 3 months of next year.
How does that help the business?
Because I look shredded on camera. People are like, look at that guy's jawline retention.
Whoa.
Duh. They watch the videos and they get more viral and more people hear the gospel. Duh.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You can mog everyone.
Duh.
A goal for this year is that I hope that we can get Johnny verified for real, for real.
That's your goal this year? Who cares about verification?
Me.
It's all scam.
I hope that Johnny can get verified.
All he needs is 3 articles written by publications, which we could pay for, technically.
So let's get to paying.
What are some of the most important things that's happened to you this year that made you reflect on a lot of things? I can go first, if you guys would like. I'd say leaving my old company and going 100% into COTH.
Dang,
That
that
was-
was this year?
Yeah.
That was so like December was
Yeah,
when like the
right.
end of December-ish, January, there was a lot kind of spilled over was when I cut everything. And that was, I think that was, like you said, a huge moment where I was like, I have nothing. Like everything has been stripped from me, this identity of who I thought I was. But honestly, I was happier in a lot of sense. There was like a huge weight, but I was also just like more burnt out than I'd ever been. And there was just a lot of unknowns in my life, but that was something that was kind of crazy. Never, ever did I think I would be building a media company for an
Christian.
ex-gang member. Christian. Never.
Same.
Yeah.
For me, I never thought that after hitting a milli, which was this year, that people would switch up as hard as they did.
Dang.
A lot of people switched up on me. It was very sad. So yeah, I think that was something that kind of solidified that, you know, the world persecutes Jesus for real. And I don't think people hate me. I just think that they subconsciously hate God. And so if we're the beacon, you know, and kind of the vessel that God uses, they feel some type of way. I've been preaching like this for many years. Ain't nobody ever had an issue with it. And nobody ever had an issue with me being a gang member. Nobody ever said that I wasn't from the hood. And since it's happened, it's kind of like, whoa, interesting. Interesting that there's just a lot of things. So much so that people are making lies about my family, saying that, you know, that I'm not real, I'm not this. And I'm very glad because it's true. I'm not any of those things. I realize that I am now fully seen as just that Christian boy. And that's beautiful. That's what I actually wanted from the beginning. Yeah, I didn't know it was going to take this type of path, but a lot of people switched up. But then there's also a lot of people who, on the other side, I didn't realize also how much people actually supported me too. Right? As much as there's people who've disliked me and have been attempts on my life, all kinds of stuff, there's also people who support me to the fullest too, and who are really my family members. And so I'm very thankful of that. I think that was very pivotal for me to realize that God is going to strip you when he needs to strip you. And God is going to build you up when he needs to build you up. And he's going to break you down when he needs to break you down. And so, yeah.
Do you ever get nervous? This is my own thinking too. When things are going so well, you're like, all right, something bad's got to happen just to balance it out. You ever think like that?
Yeah, there's always thoughts like that. But I think even then, like I've gotten accustomed to just letting God do whatever. So nothing is really bad. Like when you start to realize it, that's what surrender is to go, okay, God, I don't know what's good or what is bad. I don't even know if good in my life right now is good or if bad in my life is bad. So I'm just going to leave it up to you. It's very liberating in that way. So, yeah, I mean, we have to do trips to go to Sweden, which is very dangerous. We have to, prepare for the next year. We're finishing up Q4. There's a lot of things there's a lot of challenges, but these challenges, again, are they really challenges? They may be just blessings. And a certain blessing in my eyes could actually be something that could be a curse. So I've learned, at least throughout the years, of just to be like, keep an open mind. You never know what's gonna happen, and genuinely, God has been really good in all of those things. He's been able to weave everything together. When, I see how, for example, how people switched up, I thought it was such a bad thing in the beginning. It would actually affect me in a way where it's like, I get if the internet is saying stuff about me, that's cool. But if people who are close to you start to say stuff about you, it does hit a little bit different because you care and you value their opinion.
Definitely.
So for me to then be able to see that and go, wow, I muscled through that when I didn't think I would. Genuinely, I thought I would be the type where it was like, if they say something about me, I feel some type of way and I gotta do something. Then to be able to see that, oh, I didn't have to do anything. And I'm just surpassing all of that. Not in a arrogant way, but the level up is, I'm not tied. The way that Pastor Kim says it is, you're not tied up in it as much anymore. Has been such a blessing. Where that was one of my, I guess, fears, was just to be like not validated by the people who I love the most. And now I'm able to see that it doesn't matter who I love the most. It's the person who loves me the most is God. And so everybody could throw me away. Everybody could make real allegations, false allegations, whatever they want about me. But that was the unlock this year, was like, I don't even waver anymore. Like, I don't even want to respond to people who made up their minds about me. I don't want to respond to anything. Reddits, to friends, family. Like, if y'all got your opinions about me, as long as it makes you happy and you get closer to God, that's cool. Like, if I'm the trash can that you got to dump on, hey, that's cool too. Like, that was such a important thing that happened internally that a lot of people didn't see. So yeah.
Clippy.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? You almost died this year, or was it last year when you had that surgery?
Oh, that was this year.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was kind of
Wait.
crazy.
That was last year.
And what was the survival rate? Was like 60 or 70% only or something? Like,
Yeah,
the
it was
surgery had like a high complication
It
chance.
was 60%. It was
Yeah.
like literally close to a coin flip.
Which is crazy
Yeah.
just to look back on.
What about you? What is something important that happened to you this year? I said mine.
Oh, you already said yours?
I have another one if you want
I
me to go
became
there.
a man.
Yeah. I have another one if you guys want me to go.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I think going through a breakup as well. That was interesting because I thought, because I was older, I knew what I wanted, and I was so sure about the qualities I needed in another person and who I was as a partner. And then that all got flipped on its head. Yeah. And so I guess it also gave me perspective of what a God-centered, or it gave me a clear idea of what a God-centered relationship is. And also that I guess I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? I was very weak thinking that I'm so disciplined in life and I do all these things and I'm
Wow.
I'm not necessarily a bad person or a bad boyfriend. I don't go to the club. I don't cheat. I don't be looking I'll do a lot of the things, the baseline things that a partner would want, but at the same time I still wasn't able to be there emotionally for another person. And a lot of times I think now I'm could I be now? That's kind of a frightening thought of wow, I'm very selfish and I'm unable to fully be there emotionally for somebody that I would say that I loved or cared about. And then also I think about that with my family members too. I'm I'm not even really there for my family members a lot of times. So that was kind of it's something I've been thinking about that's kind of tough.
Yeah. I think that's beautiful. It's a very humbling moment for you to even realize that.
Yeah. I also lost a lot of friends this year. I don't really have friends. Now I have friends. If I really wanted to go out and hang out with somebody, but it's just kind of
Same. That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
I don't have any friends.
that's because you're mean, but no, I'm just but I was just kind of thinking, I'm even through all of that, I do feel a lot of peace, but it also, I struggle. It's how much time am I I enjoy working. I feel like there's a lot of potential.
Yeah.
And
You
none
do.
of that,
You're a workaholic, bro.
but it's I was a workaholic in a negative sense before this, but now I feel like I'm a workaholic, but I still am at peace in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But I'm also kind of like, man, like, am I gonna regret this? I don't think about that all the time, but I'm like, I'm not good at like keeping personal relationships, I guess.
Yeah.
Dang. I know some of your friends. They're good people. They tell you you're fat when you need to hear it.
Yeah. That means you two aren't good friends because neither of you guys said
I
anything.
didn't notice. I see you
I
every
said
day. I said it.
I was like, you're fat, man.
But I
was
don't
like-
believe what you say because you're just a hater.
I don't know. I feel like my year was. I had no bad news, which is really good. Like
Yeah.
no significant bad news, which is good news. I'm an uncle now. Both of my siblings had their babies, so that was like an
Sick.
amazing addition to the family. I feel like when we first started the podcast, one of my things was that like I want to see my family more, or just want to be that it's important to me and be more a part of it. But I feel like in this back half of the year, I was able to see my family a lot. I went and saw both babies right when they were born, and then again at Thanksgiving. I feel like I was constantly flying
True.
around, visiting
True.
Chicago, going to Arizona for my dad's birthday, whatever it really is. So that's been really good. Like I feel like I have been connected to my family this year. And then I guess a goal would be to like do the same thing with some of my friends. Like I had a friend who recently got out of prison and reconnected with me, and just catching up over the years. He's like, how's this? How's that? And I was like, really? I don't know, because I fell out of contact with a lot of people. And then even just catching up with him was like, there's a few people that I really need to call and catch up with. So that's kind of, as we're sitting here being like, we don't have friends. It's like, yeah, that's true. Like I really don't have friends. I have one friend in LA. His name is Tristan. I see him maybe once a month, if that, just to play golf or something, get a meal. But it's like, besides that, we're just kind of grinding. My friends are like the people who I used to associate with in college or whatever. And I still love them all to death, but it's like, yeah, it's just,
No, don't start hanging out with your friends. We all need to lock in. One more year, no friends. One more year, no friends.
I just want to make effort to keep in touch with my past friends.
We are your friends. No, just kidding.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Texting is fine. You
I
don't
think
need to
you're
hang out with
missing out
friends.
one thing though. I think you recently got over. I feel like your airport anxiety.
Oh, yeah,
I think
that's true.
Huge.
That's
Ooh.
true. That's a
Legit
big W.
huge.
True.
Yeah.
True. That's a big W. Yeah, I used to dread these trips. I used to panic for like 1 or 2 days before we even left. I used to be packing up until the last second, meeting you guys late at the airport, like all. I mean, I still do that, but like all that, and I would just dread the trips. I would have so much anxiety. My place would be a mess. Everything would be dirty. It would be very frantic. I wouldn't even enjoy the trips, to be honest. I'd be dying to get home.
Yeah.
But now it's all has pretty much evaporated.
Wow.
I love going on the trips. I'm sad to go home. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
back to normal life.
I remember
Instead of
that.
traveling with all my friends and getting dinner every night and all this, and like meeting
Yeah.
all the amazing COTH family and taking amazing clips where I'm like, oh, this is gonna go viral. I have so much content to edit.
Yeah.
The trips are genuinely just like more fun than regular life now. When I used to dread them, I would do anything to stay home. I was so happy to not do any trips in those 2 months, because I was just like, oh, I can finally stay home. But now I'm like, when's the next trips, baby? Let's go. Like,
That's actually crazy. That's
Yeah.
and also it's crazy to hear that because he hides it pretty well because he just is on the trips. Yeah.
but yeah, that is
I
a good
could
thing.
tell.
Oh, yeah, just
That's true.
dreading.
Yeah.
Also,
Maybe snippy sometimes.
I don't want to. I have one more goal actually for 2026. And I
Nice.
don't want to say this too much, because I heard that there's like a thing where you say your goals and you get the satisfaction right away, and then you never actually have the drive to go accomplish them. So it's like,
Okay.
you
Give
don't
us
really
the
want to talk
breadcrumb-
about your
the
mission.
microwave version.
The microwave version is, and I want you guys to hold me to it. You can berate me. You can even be mad. You guys can.
Wow.
You guys can do whatever. But I'm making a serious effort in 2026 to not be late everywhere we go.
Fire.
I feel like I miscalculate how long it takes me to get downstairs, how long it takes me to shower, get ready, whatever. I'll be walking out and realize I need to feed my cats. So there's just like always things that get tacked on. And then I'm always just like 10 or 15 minutes late places.
Yeah, and
know-
I want a pet unicorn.
yeah, when pigs fly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the early guy in 2026. Okay. It's
go.
not like I'm like, sometimes like today, for example, I do get super busy and I sometimes just like do have to be late. But I'm just gonna make a crazy attempt to be the early guy. Just get off, even if it's just getting off my phone 10 minutes earlier, just getting in the shower 10 minutes earlier, whatever it is, getting in my car 10 minutes earlier than I think I need to, just to not be late everywhere all the time.
Facts.
I'll give you one tip for that. One, you shower with your phone, and I do too. I'll be listening. I'll be like, I'll just listen to something for 10 minutes. Even that, like setting it up to listen to something, now you're trapped into listening something. Just do things without your phone. You're just forced to finish the task. Yeah. And I'll be like bored, and I'll be like, oh, where's my phone? I'll even walk around looking for it. Be like, no, just finish the task. That'll just make you get things done faster, and then you can like reward yourself with the phone.
Facts.
Like that. One time, someone gave me a piece of advice too that is like, right when you realize you need to leave, start counting and see how long it takes you to leave. So let's say I just got out the shower and I need to leave in 3 minutes. Start counting 1, 2, 3, and it makes you go like way faster because you realize, oh, that took me 500 seconds to get out of here. It's like, let me get that down to 300. It's like when you start counting, you can't think of anything else. You can't pick up your phone. You can't reply to text because now you're counting. You can only just like put on your clothes and get out the door, basically.
It's fire.
It's like, I don't want to be a toddler. It's like, okay, go race. I'm going to time you. But sometimes it's like, if you realize you need to leave the house, just start counting and see how long it takes you, and you'll get out the house.
You need a roommate like Santa Cruz Medicinals. All right. Well, that concludes the New Year's preparation episode.
Prep. Yep. And appreciate you guys again for supporting us for not just this year, but for many years to come. Genuinely, until Jesus calls us back. So I appreciate every single one of you guys. You don't know how much you viewing and listening to us and watching through all of this, commenting. That helps us so much. So appreciate you guys from the bottom of our hearts.
You think that this podcast is going to go for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years?
I think the podcast will stay integral and pivotal in that people literally wait for it.
Yeah.
There are so many people now who come up to me and I watch your podcast. They even show me, like, as they're walking, I'm listening to it on Spotify.
Dang. Wow.
And I'm just like, whoa. And Jeremy was right. I mean, Mr. Right, but he was like, there's a different type of audience who people just tune in, and you guys listen. You guys know who it is. Comment if you do this. You listen to the podcast 2, 3, 4, 5 times back to back to back. And I really genuinely appreciate you guys for doing that. There's not a lot of people who do that, by the way.
One goal for the podcast is what Aaron said is, let's bring on some more guests. Yes. One a month at least.
Yes, more guests, because I know you guys like the Santa Cruz Medicinals. You guys liked, my parents coming on. And we're going to level up, man. Yep. Our whole set, everything. Just wait, guys. You guys don't even know. It's going to go bonkers.
And then also the live stream show. Let's launch that next year.
Yeah, we're going to do a live stream show.
We have ambitions to launch that show immediately. Yes. So it could have happened like this week. We just need to get all of our schedules aligned.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be 2026 for sure. Also, we already have our first guest planned for January. I'm not going to expose who it is.
Oh, yeah, we do.
But we do have a really good guest in January, and then we'll just keep the dice rolling.
Oh, I know who it is.
Yeah.
His name is...
But after that, every month, once a month, we're just going to have banger guests.
Figgity facts.
Yeah, drop in the comments who you guys want. It doesn't have to be Christian either.
Yeah, also, guess. Who do you guys think the guest in January is?
Oh, yeah, good idea.
This was a really long episode, so if you made it this far, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Leave a comment. Be like, I can't believe it took them that long to say this, or I don't know.
Yeah.
What should the comment be?
I can't believe Johnny did that in the end.
No, I can't believe, or maybe they say, I can't believe that's going to happen
just
to the
say
podcast.
That was whack. That New Year's resolution was whack. Yeah. Those goals were whack. Whatever it is, call it whack.
Or maybe like, no, don't end the podcast.
Oh,
yeah, like, are you guys seriously gonna end the podcast?
Yeah, are you guys seriously
that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, everyone comment.
But wait, we wanted it in 2026.
Yeah, are you guys serious? Don't end the podcast. Are you serious?
Why would they end the podcast?
Yeah. Deceivers yet true.
Pretend like we announced that this was the last episode. It's over.
Someone's gonna be scrubbing like,
because this comes out like 2 days before the new year, and then that's it. Done. We're not gonna take a break, right?
No.
What break?
Okay, great. Keep it pushing.
Yeah, keep it pushing.
What a break, like in the car. Break. Sorry.
Pray us out.
Appreciate y'all, and we're gonna pray us out. So let us bow our heads. Father God, thank you so much for protecting us and the podcast, Lord, and all the listeners, Lord. It's been a whole year now, and we're coming to the end of the year, Lord, and you're wrapping everything. But God, you stay with us beyond our years, Lord. You're always reconciling everything, and you're always working, and you're going ahead of us, and you're directing our steps. For that, God, we're forever thankful and just appreciative that Jesus Christ came down, died for all of our sins, so that we can live this prosperous, loving lifestyle, Lord. We're so thankful as well that you take care of our family members, and please continue to watch over them, not just over this year, but throughout the years, Lord. Please protect them, because we can't be with them 24/7, but you can. We cannot keep an eye on them every single time, and we don't even know their hearts at times. But Lord, you know everything, and you know everything all the time. And so, Lord, we're so thankful that you're able to continuously take care of not only our family members, our friends, but just ourselves and our lives and our daily just loving on each other as well, Lord. Thank you, Father God. And also, I ask God that if there's any brothers and sisters who are struggling throughout the year, Lord, and it's been a really tough season for them, please, God, I ask that you help them with their strongholds, be able to not only break through them, but also teach them the lessons that you want them to learn throughout the years, Lord. Many times we struggle with the trials and tribulations, but God, allow us to see you in everything, Lord. Please give them grace and mercy, but most importantly, please be gentle with them, Lord. A lot of the times we don't understand the chastisement and we don't understand what you're doing, but give them the heart to believe in you no matter what, and give them the grace to see you in every situation. Thank you, Father God. We leave everything in your hands, Lord. And in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Peace.
All right, no more podcasts for until next year.
Like, comment, and subscribe.